so worth it. Guess I should put my microphone somewhere where I can hear myself think. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's just go ahead and get started because, oh boy, it took me way too long to get this figured out. And I'm honestly way too proud about how I got it set up. Okay, we can turn that down a little bit. Yeah. Okay, and then I'll just have to remember to check my things periodically. Hi, welcome to the stream. I cannot hear myself very well because I have headphones in. But we are playing Detective Pikachu Returns for the first time tonight, and I'm super excited. Yes. I will do English. So, this is me having fun playing a game for my birthday that I have been so excited for this game. Let's see, that's all fine. That's all fine. I'll probably have that be instant. I would like it to go at my speed. I would like them to not be indicated. That's good. Yes. Okay. I have been so excited for this game since I played the first one however many years ago. And so I am so excited to get to play this on stream for the first time. And then I also am super excited because this is my first game I'm playing with my capture card. Hell yeah. We are great detectives here. I love his coffee habits. Hell yeah. That is not what he fucking looked. Oh wait, I guess that's Harry. Yes. Okay. Yes! I loved the first game. Literally, like, it is one of my most favorite games ever. And I replay it so often, honestly, because it's one of my favorite games ever. Okay. I also have new thumb grips on my Switch, so this is like a whole fun experience going for me. And we had just seen Mewtwo. I should stop talking over top of him. Yes. Oh, I'm so excited. Yeah, where are you, mofo? Like, we need you. We've needed you for years. Literally, I don't even care if this is the worst game that they have ever made. Literally, I just want to know how this game ends. Pokemon Friendship Week. Hey, it's us! Great detective known for his bolts of brilliance. I forgot that other people can't understand what he's saying. Hi, Jay. How are you? I'm so excited for this game. Literally, that's all I'm going to be talking about. Oh, it's been 2 years? I'm doing great. I will say it took me forever to get this game. Oh, there's no sound from the game? Oh, why is it doing that? Did I put it in the wrong thing? Do I need to unplug this and then plug it back in? Did that fix anything? It just looks to have frozen things. Oh no. One second. It looks like I froze things on accident. Whoops. Apparently the thing I unplugged was important. We plug that in, maybe? Easy dub for Pika. Okay, so is it not frozen for you guys? Is it just frozen on my screen? Ah, shoot. I didn't want it to be frozen. Oh no, what did I do? Let me just... I might just close this real quick. No, I don't want to exit. Fuck. How do I fix that? Let me... Alright, there we go. Yeah, I gotta be honest, Raichu is a much better Pokemon. Do I need to have... Okay, so that just captures video. Let me just see if this helps. No. We do need a year of Raichu, honestly. You're so right. I don't know how to get the sound to work because I have everything plugged in. Maybe it's just because I don't have the sound up enough. Maybe that... Did that help at all? Yeah, it's at 5, but it's plugged in. It'll be fine. I'm terrible at charging things. That's my fault. You know how important that hat is to me, and Corvin, I just flew off with it. What a mess. Let's go get it back. Like, it's almost unaudible, you mean? What the heck is it? Unhearable. I'm trying to see. I don't even know what it would be connected to. I have it all the way up. So I don't know if it's just because I have something plugged in for me to hear it. I think we'll have to just deal with it being barely audible. Sorry about that. I don't know how to fix it without making everything blow up. What a mess. Let's go get it back. What's that? I mean, I could... Oh, you mean like play music? I could do that. There, is that better? So there's still like something in the background. There you go. So since we can't hear the actual audio, we'll just have Pokemon music playing in the background. Sorry about the and then with the at least the subtitles should be visible for the most part. I might need to move my character a bit. Here, let's move her over here for the time being, so then it's easier to see the subtitles, and I'll be reading them out also. And then hopefully we'll make it work. Hey Tim, over here. It's a book. There's something inside. A family photo? Girl's familiar. Oh, she's the one who didn't look too happy during the mayor's speech. That's my classmate, Rachel. She knows a lot about Pokemon. Whoa, time out. You know her? Why am I just now learning this? Yeah, no, I totally get it. It feels super disorienting to have no sound walls. It's just super eerie. So I'm glad that there's at least something in the background. So I'll have the Pokemon music playing, and then I'll be saying out the dialogue so people don't miss out on anything. And hopefully this will be a good enough setup. We should return this notebook to Mayor Myers. Yeah, but first we gotta deal with Corviknight. Right, let's go, Pikachu. Haha, he said the thing. He said the thing. Herm. Now what do we do? That's... Uh-oh, this doesn't look good. Pidove, a regular sight in Rhyme City's park. Who took out this beautiful bird? Is that Pidove unconscious? Don't touch it. Moving this Pokemon could injure it, which makes sense. That's so cool! So you have episode 1 coming out soon, or at least like part of it done. Ooh. Hopefully, I'm hoping for you. Hey you, big guy, what happened to Pidove? Well, I'm at a loss. Nothing we've tried so far is working. Hey, can you even hear me? No, you should know this. You, cut your Pikachu's Pika Pika chatter and evacuate the area. I feel like you should remember at this point, because it's been 2 years since the first game. He should at least recognize that people aren't going to know what he's saying. A little bit over. Yeah, I like that a little better. Have me a little more into action. Will Butler, Chief of the Pokemon Protection Bureau. The PPB? I don't know, can hear how healthy you are? They would not like me. For multiple reasons. I need to track down Corviknight and get this area evacuated, but I can't just leave this Pidove here. Hey, what happened? Calm down, Pikachu. To everyone else, you're just saying Pika Pika. I'm the only one who understands what you're saying. Yeah! I'm parallel to the trans cake. I like that. Yeah! I'm the only one who understands what you're saying. Oh, right. Sorry. Got a little worked up seeing Pidove in such bad shape. Okay, Tim, it's on you to ask the big guy what went down. Excuse me, what happened here? Oh, you're that young detective. Yes. I'm Tim Goodman, and this is my partner Pikachu. Will Butler, Pokemon Protection Bureau, and this Audino is with the police department's rescue squad. Audino! I'll spare you the details. Right now, we need to help this Pidove. All that wind Corviknight whipped up blew it around and knocked it out. Oh my goodness! Audino used a move to help Pidove recover, but it still hasn't woken up. Audino. Chief, no civilian injuries to report at this time. Copy that. Great work. Now I really should get back to leading the evacuation, but I can't just leave Pidove here unconscious. What'd you get? Oh, are you putting it in the case? Oh, that's cute.
It's like a $700 card.
Hey, I finally got my Switch to play on stream, which is why I was a whole hour late.
It's like $700.
Yeah. Yeah, so it took me an hour to figure out how to set it up, so this is probably what I'll be doing for a little while. Are you laughing at the Pidove?
No, I think dude, see this?
You ought to clear out of here too, young detective. Mr. Butler, let us help you take care of Pidove. We'll find a way to wake it up. Yeah, we'll let a couple of great detectives handle this. You? This is an emergency situation, one that requires my full attention. Maybe I should let you help. Alright, I'll leave waking up this Pidove to you. I'm counting on you, young detective. Yes, sir. Let's go, Pikachu. Okay. Cool. Hey, why don't we talk to those other Pidove? Sure, let's give it a shot. Hold on a sec, Tim. Before we talk to these guys, there's something I need to tell you. Yeah? What is it? Cases don't just pop up when it's convenient for us. I don't gotta tell you that, right? Right? And it's been a good long while since our last case. Well, that's true. So let's hit pause and jog our memories of how we go about investigating a case. Ooh. I'm glad that you have each of them have a favorite, and then some of their favorites are legendaries, which is super based. We'll do this one by the books, alright? If you say so. Tim, this is our first investigation in a long time. Fortunately, Pidove's injuries are already healed. All we gotta do is find a way to wake it up. Some might call it a coincidence, but me? I call it an opportunity for a detective work tutorial. Oh, I gotta clean my glasses real quick. I can't see without my glasses. Perfect, right? Sure. I suppose. Let's refresh our memory and make sure we conduct a full investigation. Opportunistic, methinks. But hey, whatever's getting the job done, I suppose. Okay, got it. First, let's quickly go over how we investigate. I talk to the Pokemon, and I talk to the people. Together, the two of us will gather evidence and take testimonies from people and Pokemon and piece them all together to solve the case. Yep, that's how we do it. Exactly. His last name's Goodman. Okay, this round of questioning is all yours, Pikachu. Sure thing, here I go. Hey, Pidove, can I talk to you? I am busy gaming. I cannot hold a cat. She's gonna start biting my cords! Why'd you put her down here? I'm guessing you're pals with that unconscious Pidove. Mind if I ask you a couple questions? Cool. It says their friend's taking a nap and won't wake up. So it thinks that unconscious Pidove is just sleeping? Cool, cool. You really love the smell of... Wait, huh? What's that got to do with anything? Cool, cool. Nice strong aroma makes the sleepy times go away. That's what it's saying. You'd think these Pidove would be more concerned about their unconscious friend instead of chirping about some smell. I'm gathering there's a certain aroma that Pidove are really into. Guess that's all we're gonna get. Maybe we should question some of the other Pidove around here. Hey, Tim. Come here for a sec. If you get stuck during an investigation and see the light bulb icon in the lower left corner of the screen, you can press the left button to consult Pikachu and get a hint. I refuse to take hints. I will do this like a... Ow! Hatty cat! My cat just ripped my headphones out of my ear. We're fine. We will do this like a man after screaming. We will not need any hints. Call me before you... Oh, we have to. I'm a little curious about what that Pidove was saying. Yeah, its friend is unconscious, but all it wanted to talk about was an aroma it likes. Yep. Nice strong aroma makes sleepy times go away. Do not eat that. Spit that out. Aww. The liquid and the bottle. Nice and strong aroma makes the sleepy times go away. That's all I could get out of it. Aroma, sleepy times, go away. Wait, what if it was talking about using some kind of scent? What if that scent could wake up its friend? That's it, Tim. If we can find the strong aroma those Pidoves were tripping about, maybe it'll wake up their unconscious friend. That's what I'm thinking. It's worth a shot at least. But how are we going to find a scent like that? There might be some Pokemon who haven't evacuated yet. Maybe we can ask them. That reminds me. Listen up, Tim. If you're having trouble during an investigation, you can call out to me at any time. I can give you advice discreetly so no one else notices. Of course, you can also just mull things over on your own. But if you get stuck, it might be a good idea to take a break or retrace your steps. That's important too. Plus button during gameplay to open the sub-menu. In this menu, you can save the game, change your game settings, press the ZL button during gameplay to reread recent conversations. Older conversations eventually disappear, so be careful not to forget what was said. Okay, here we go. Please be careful. Oh, 3 more Pokemon to talk to. Cuckoo! It's singing about how much it loves this aroma. Wait, if Pidove loves this aroma, then maybe... Aromatisse! I love this Pokemon. If you drink it, she'll get slightly more drunk until dying when it's gone. Ooh, that's cool. Aroma? You're Aromatisse, aren't you? What are these Pidoves surrounding you for? Aroma. Huh, they started flocking to it as soon as it got here. These Pidove have been following Aromatisse around because she smells great. What can I say? Ooh, ooh. You're asking me to make the nice aroma? Ooh, ooh. Hurry up, make the nice aroma. Aroma. Pidove are really getting on its nerves. Seems like these Pidove are all drawn to a scent that Aromatisse emits, which means Aromatisse might be able to help us wake up the unconscious Pidove. Good thinking, Pikachu. Let's ask if Aromatisse is willing to help us out. Hey there, Aromatisse. We could use some help. Aromatisse? It'll help us out if we can get these Pidove to stop following it around. Fair enough. Let's talk to the Pidove. I just hope they understand us. Cuckoo! Sorry to ask you this, but could you move, somewhere else? Hey, now's not the time to stop and smell the aromas. We're trying to help your friend here. Say, guess what? Pretty soon Aromatisse is going to go make lots of nice aromas right over there. Woo! They're on board with the nice aromas over there plan. So they'll move? Great. Aromatisse should be willing to help us out now, right? Aroma! It's happy to lend a hand now that we got those Pidove to move. Great, let's take Aromatisse back to the square. Okay, Aromatisse, here's the Pidove. Please help it. Aroma! Oh, that was a cute animation. Hi! They're so cute, I love them. Glad that worked. I had a cat. Pidove's awake. I don't know. Wow, Aromatisse's scent sure is nice, but it's kind of like a really strong perfume. Yeah, it's nice. Aromatisse. I don't get why the Pidove like it so much. Glad you're enjoying it. Aroma. Yep, you were a huge help, Aromatisse. Thanks. And she's gone. Excellent work, young detective. That perked Pidove right up. I didn't even consider getting help from the other Pokemon in the area. Oh yeah, come to think of it, a police officer was calling this big guy Chief. I wonder why? How about you ask him and find out? About you, Mr. Butler. Yes, I'm Will Butler, Chief of the PPB. The PPB? We're an organization dedicated to protecting the Pokemon of Rhyme City. Oh my gosh, yeah. I forgot that he can actually, like, speak. He just prefers screaming. The Pokemon Protection Bureau. So it's kind of like the police but focused on Pokemon? I didn't know we had something like that. The Bureau only recently started its official operations. At the moment, we're borrowing office space at the Rhyme City Police Station and cooperating with the police. We were dispatched to provide security, but, well, just look at what happened. I can't believe a fiasco was this big occurred on my watch. It's honestly an embarrassment. About the Pokemon Protection Bureau. We were formed 2 years ago as a response to the infamous R incident, the case Mewtwo solved. Back then, Pokemon-related disturbances were happening all over the city. The human and Pokemon residents of Rhyme City were deeply affected by that. Mayor Myers was so shaken by what occurred, he took it upon himself to create the PPB as a countermeasure. He wanted to make sure crimes involving Pokemon like the R incident would never happen again. That's why this organization exists. Isn't keeping the peace the police's job, though? Oh, he can't speak, he can only scream. Oh, so Jello is the reason that he's able to talk. Ah, I misunderstood. Thank you. In the past few years, Rhyme City has seen a concerning rise in the number of reported incidents and accidents. The police are struggling to handle so many incidents, including those involving Pokemon. But now the police can protect the human population of Rhyme City while the PPB protects the Pokemon. By dividing up the work, we can keep everyone safe. Ah, so that's why the PPB was formed. Just what I'd expect from Rhyme City. Howard really is looking out for us Pokemon, huh? Okay, so that's everything. By the way, young detective, I was watching the investigation earlier and couldn't help but notice. Were you explaining things to Pikachu? Huh? I don't think Pikachu understands what you're telling him, though. Unless the two of you can. I'm not actually talking to him. It's more like getting advice. No, that's not it. It's... Oh, I get it. You talk to Pikachu to organize your thoughts. Interesting way to form your deductions, if you ask me. Wow. Yeah, that's it. Well, we do understand each other, actually. Well, we can't tell people that, Pikachu. They'll think we're a little off our rocker. Aw. Honestly, it's kind of cute when VAs get to choose, like, the voice and personality for their characters. That's really cool. Phew, that was close. I thought he caught on to us. Be careful. Usually folks wouldn't believe we can talk to one another. Yeah, that's crazy talk. What do you want? Whoa. It's back again. Come on, let's chase it down. Sir! Drunk. It's Corviknight again. Hey, give me back my hat, would ya? The chief went after Corviknight in his patrol car. I bet Corviknight still has my hat. Let's follow it. Eggs. App. Those are Pokemon cries. Sounds like they're coming from the direction Corviknight flew in. Let's go check it out. Let's see. Oh, I can talk to this guy. Magnemite. Levitates using electromagnetism. That's actually kind of funny that he has different accents depending on if he's sober or not. Mag? Why aren't we running away? Well, I gotta get my hat back from Corviknight. Mag. Thanks for looking out for me. You stay safe too, okay? Okay, I'm going the wrong direction. I should never be trusted for directions, ever. Ooh, that's so cool. So we'll get some nice voice acting with accents going on. Xatu, it's telling us not to panic. Cool as a cucumber, even during a crisis. Okay. Is it a poltergeist? Or is it just I really am hoping. Whoa. Pikachu, look. Well, how do you like these apples? They're scattered all over the place. What a mess. It's an applin! App. It's dangerous here, Applin. You should find somewhere that's safe. App. That's odd. It doesn't seem like it wants to leave. Let's talk to it. What about you, Applin? I haven't seen any Applin in this city before. Where'd you come from? App, app. Oh, you go to sleep in a wooded crate, and when you wake up, you're always someplace new. So the apple vendors travel to different locations, and this Applin gets carried along. The apple vendor probably doesn't know about this Applin. Apple. Something suddenly shook it awake moments ago. Bet that was Corviknight. Same goes for these crates getting toppled over. I don't see the apple vendor. They must have evacuated the area. What happened here? App, app. So the wooden crate shook, you got thrown out, and that's when you realized your friends were missing? It got separated? Then let's help it find its friends. I just realized I forgot to plug my laptop in, so it's gonna die. Un momento. The day I remember to have all of my devices plugged in is going to be a very, very, very cold day in hell. Good thinking. How many friends were with you? App. Yeah, I mean, with that much skill, he probably could voice a lot of characters and make them sound really different. 2? Okay, got it. From what Applin said, I think I get what's going on here. But as much as I'd like to go get my hat back from Corviknight, we can't just abandon a Pokemon in need of our help. Yeah, what kind of great detectives will we be if we didn't lend a helping hand or two along the way? Okay, should we investigate the fallen apples over in there? I'd be happy to if there weren't a tree in the way. Something about it seems odd to me. Maybe we should investigate that first. Okay, so we can't investigate because there's trees in the way. What should we do about it? Well, we can't just cut it down. Eggs, eggs, eggs. It's a Pokemon. Whoa! This tree is an Exegutter. Towering tropical Pokemon. A lowland form. Yeah, that's fine. Honestly, like, voicing 2 characters also means that, you know, he can focus a little better on doing those too. So, it's a little bit of a variability there. Wait, isn't this an Alolan Exegutter? I've never seen one before, so I didn't even realize that. What's it doing here in Rhyme City? Why don't we ask and get some other questions in while we're at it? We can't investigate until it moves anyway. Hey, Exegutter, look over here. Look down by your feet. Eggs, eggs, eggs. Whoa, don't talk all at once. How about this, Exegutter? I'll tell you which head should answer. Sound good? Eggs, eggs, eggs. Oops, forgot to say which head. About you, Exegutter. You, middleist head. Why are you here? Eggs. Guess it's been traveling around with the apple vendor. It's just me. Yes. Yeah, that's fair. Honestly, choosing which people you think is the best for the project is probably the best way to go about it. This explains why it's here in Rhyme City. What happened here? You, Righthead, tell me what happened here. Eggs. Corviknight came flying through, and when you tried to dodge it, you bumped into the fruit stand? I knew it. By the way, have you seen a hat? Corviknight took mine. Eggs. Guess it happened too suddenly for you to tell. Oh well. Oh, Lefthead, we've got a favor to ask. Eggs. Sorry, but we want to search through those apples scattered behind you. Could you scooch over a bit? Egg. Oh good, it moved for us. Now we can investigate the scene. We'll see, because there's another apple right there. This is where all the apples got scattered around. Let the investigating begin. Remember what we're looking for? The 2 missing applin. That's right, there's a lot of apples here, so try not to overlook them, okay? There's one right there. Look, an applin, I found one. App! Have you been sitting still pretending to be an apple this whole time? That must take a whole lot of patience. App, app! Oh yeah, I'm sure replicating voices is like a hard skill. Like, I certainly couldn't do it, so I totally get it. Huh, patiently staying still is one of your talents? Impressive. That Corviknight got you wrapped up in quite the mess though, didn't it? Your friend is waiting for you. Is there supposed to be 2 in here? No sign of apple. There are apples everywhere. I don't see any apple. At this point, these apples are only good for making juice or jam or something. I'd still eat them, bruises and all. Well, we searched pretty thoroughly. I still don't see my hat or the other applin, though. Where could it be? We're haunted. Did you see that something moved behind that crate? What? No, I didn't notice anything. Try checking again. Maybe something's changed. My hat! Corviknight dropped it. Could have sworn it wasn't here earlier. Anyway, I'm just glad to have it back. This was a real pain. Huh? Hey, get back here. The heck? Hey, quit playing around. Hey, I'm not playing at all. My hat keeps moving on its own. That's ridiculous, Pikachu. See? Told you so. Guess I've gotta go get it. Guess so. Climb Executor. Well, Tim, lift me up. Okay. You alright? Don't hurt yourself. Please, this'll be nothing. Whoa. I forgot there were quick time events. Whoops. Don't fall to your death, dude. Good. Finally got you back. Oh, it's the other applin. Ew. Pikachu, it's an applin. Whoa. Are you okay? Fine and dandy. Nice catch, by the way. Are the applin okay too? Yep, they all seem happy to be reunited. Oh, that one is tiny. Good, glad they're all right. One of them was wearing my hat, huh? Seeing it move on its own really threw me for a loop. I'm sure Corviknight dropped the hat mid-flight and it just happened to fall on top of the applin. Oh yeah, hey Tim, where's my hat? Don't worry, I've got it. At the end of the day, I'm just glad it didn't lose my hat. Yeesh, that was a hassle. Hup. Now that's more like it. Yeah, you look like yourself again. Thanks, Tim. Harry gave me this hat to commemorate our partnership. The award ceremony will resume shortly. We ask that all participants please return to the venue at this time. I guess we better hurry back. That darn Corviknight. I'll let it off the hook just this once. Oh my gosh, yeah. Ents Castle is super awesome. And then Team Plasma. Great work, thank you. Yeah. And you as well, Pikachu. Yep. I can't say it enough. Rhyme City owes you a debt of gratitude for your efforts. Tonight, we try for coexistence between people and Pokemon in our fair city. And you two are the ideal detective duo. On behalf of the city, I'm pleased to present you with this medal. Thank you, Mara Myers. I'm honored. Of course, you get one too, Pikachu. Is it going on his hat? Oh! Yeah, I'm the great detective. Pika Pika to you too, little hero. Both of you keep up the great work. Way to go, Tim! Congratulations! Yeah, that's a cute idea. Having, like, if you ever get a girlfriend, having them mask parts later that evening at Tim's apartment. Tim, I was so proud of you today. Irene Goodman, Tim's mom. Oh, hey, we're finally meeting the family. You're amazing, Tim. Sophia Goodman, Tim's little sister. You think so? Everyone knows all about the amazing work you two have done. There was the Eevee abduction case, the fossil stealing spree, and the Rhyme Tower standoff case too. They even made a movie based on the R case. Yeah, I thought that movie was pretty good, but how come Mom and me didn't even show up in it? I have no idea, but movies used to do their own thing, don't they? Yes. By the way, we need to ask you something. Ooh! Isn't you right? Yeah, he's my partner at the moment, though. I see. Whoa, what's with all the staring? You saved your dad trouble many times. Wow. Yeah, honestly, like, they're both end songs, too. Oh, Pikachu, the news is about to start. Maybe there's an update on that Corviknight. Yeah. Zekrom, Reshiram, hell yeah, hell yeah. It's just all of the black and white OST all at once, huh? Check the TV. We interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you this breaking news. What's going on? According to amateur footage we've received from a viewer, Pokemon appear to have caused an explosion. The explosion occurred in the mountain range northeast of Rhyme City. This may be related to the recent uptick in incidents involving Pokemon. Rhyme City Police and the newly established Pokemon Protection Bureau are investigating. Amelia Christie signing off. I love Amelia, honestly. Hey Tim, did you catch that? I hope that incident doesn't have anything to do with Dad. Same here. Mewtwo told me 2 years ago. Dad's alive. We'll be able to find him as long as we don't give up. Yeah, Mewtwo is still our only connection to finding Harry. Whispering to Pikachu, are you? Just like your father, talking to Pokemon like that. Oh, really? Oh, really? I'm just messed up. Oh my gosh, yeah. Everything found in Ents Castle too. It's been 2 years since the R incident. Since then, we've solved all kinds of cases. The mayor even gave us an award for it. I can still talk to Pikachu and understand him. If the two of us keep solving cases together, I'm sure we'll find my dad someday. playing Pokemon White version because I always thought that Zekrom was the cooler legendary, and I will 100% admit that I choose Pokemon games based on which legendary I think is cooler. The day after the ceremony, we were back in Rhyme City. Oh my gosh, it's a Whimsicott. Whimsicott rides the wind from town to town. That's a lot of Whimsicott. Sure is. They ride through on seasonal winds every year. I hear they can be real pranksters. If they get in a house they like, they scatter cotton everywhere. Sounds like a pain to clean up. Yup. They're so cute. The sweet smell of coffee is calling my name. It's a perfect Pikachu bait. I want to see Ludicolo. Oh hey, he's back. Frank Holiday, Rhyme City Police Investigator. And my best friend. Inspector Holiday. Did you finally find my dad? Sorry, no. I'm here on a different case. We received reports of a jewel theft. Could you lend me a hand with this one? Of course. The incident occurred at the Dennis residence, the mansion down the street. Sorry, but Brad is waiting for me. I'll go ahead and meet up with you there. So much for my coffee. Poor Pikachu, not getting his coffee fix. Okay, let's go, Pikachu. Wait a second, Tim. What for? There's no need to rush. You've got to be calm and unhurried if you want to do your best investigating. Yeah, I guess that's true. Pikachu's a real talkative Pokemon. If you see this Pikachu icon in the lower left corner of the screen, you can press the right button to chat with him. Sometimes Pikachu will try to get your attention, and a Pikachu icon will bounce to let you know he wants to talk. If you see this icon bouncing, press the right button to hear what Pikachu has to say. Yeah, I know you said something about that. That'll be super fun. Tim. Look, I know we need to hurry. But would it really hurt? For instance, oh, here's a good idea. You could listen to some sage advice from a great detective like me. Okay, but Holiday's waiting. We better go join him. Most of it is going to be drawings of the Pokemon characters moving around, but a large amount of major battles are fully animated. Ooh! Honestly, Cynthia is, I have to admit, one of my favorite Pokemon. She's one of my favorite, like, battles that you ever do in Pokemon, is what I was trying to say. It doesn't help that, Pokemon Diamond was my first game, so I'm totally biased. Follow Holiday, let's go. I appreciate you coming on such short notice, Tim. This way the crime took place at the Dennis residence up ahead. I like how he just schmooves. He's just schmoovin'. Yeah, that's fair. Misdreavus is a pretty cool Pokemon. Ooh. I remember him from the first game. Well, if it isn't the Great Detectives. Brad McMaster, Rhyme City Police Lieutenant. I remember you. You tried to frame us for something. Manectric dedicated to law and order. I will still help you, though. It's been a while, Brad. I see you're on the case, too. I suppose that means you are as well. You private detectives do love sticking your noses into every little thing. If Mr. Dennis hadn't requested you personally, I'd be asking you to leave right now. Oh, by the way, all the deaths are also going to be shown as a lot worse than them fainting. Unless I didn't care about the Pokemon. I mean, but that's some pretty cool work that you're going to be doing, though. Yep, he's still a jerk. Think he's still holding a grudge from that time we showed him up? To be fair, he did also try to, like, pin a crime on us. You do remember that, right? Minute. He says no funny business. Sheesh, no wonder you two are partners. That's enough, Brad. We're going to be conducting this investigation together. This is the scene of the crime, right? Honestly, yeah, I'd expect the death in Cynthia's fight would make someone cry. I feel like it'd be very emotional. Yes, this mansion belongs to Sanjeev Dennis, a jeweler. Mr. Dennis is one of the wealthiest men in Rhyme City. Under normal circumstances, a civilian like yourself would never have the opportunity to meet him. Make sure you don't do anything to offend him. Oh, and don't get in the way of our investigation either. He's just got to dig in somewhere, doesn't he? Okay, Tim, come inside. The missing jewel. Ooh. Ooh. Alright, Tim. Mr. Dennis is waiting for you in the room to the right. Thanks, Inspector Holiday. Into the room to the right. I know directions. You know, he looks like a man who would be a jeweler. Oh, Tim, I've been waiting for you. Come on. Cooler Growlithe. My name is Sanjeev Dennis. I'm a jeweler, and this is my partner Growlithe. Growl. I'm Detective Tim Goodman, and this is my partner Pikachu. Sorry to jump right into it, but could you please tell us what you know about the incident? About the crime that took place. A precious jewel was stolen when I was out of the house. It's called the Aurora Drop, and it's a very rare jewel indeed. The Aurora Drop? What a mysterious name. Magical, even. The thief injured one of my staff members and made off with the jewel. Noted testimony. Thankfully, yet my staff member's injuries were minor. And yet, something sticking out to you is odd? Well, the police are treating my trusted butler as the prime suspect. They think the butler did it? Could you tell me a bit more about the stolen jewel? It looks like this. Most gemstones must first be cut and polished into beautiful jewels, but the Aurora Drop is said to have naturally formed into its shape. The way it shines a bit like an aurora. Yes, that's precisely how it got its name. Claire Massacre. Even among us jewelers, for the longest time we called it the Jewel of Legend. Wow, he wasn't kidding when he called it precious. Guess it's no surprise that someone wanted to steal it. It definitely sounds valuable. Where were you displaying it? I kept it securely locked within a special reinforced case inside my jewel storage room. There are locks on both the storage room door and the reinforced case. And yet despite all that security, it still got stolen. About your trusted butler. You mentioned that the police already have a suspect. You like the ball? You like the ball? Yes, they believe that the thief is my own trusted butler, Barnes. Why do they think that? Because Barnes and I are the only people who can access the key to the storage room. What's keeping someone else from getting to it? The key is always kept around Growlithe's neck. If anyone but Barnes or myself attempted to take it from her, Growlithe would start barking. My Growlithe is a very loyal Pokemon. She would never allow the key to be taken by a stranger. With how sad she's looking? Ooh. I don't see a key around Growlithe's neck right now. The police think Barnes took it. That would certainly make sense, assuming Barnes really is the culprit. Mr. Dennis, if it's possible, I'd like to talk with Barnes. He's currently being questioned by the police. But you don't believe Barnes is the thief, is that correct? I've known Barnes since we were young. He's worked in this home for years and has always served us well. I'm certain that he'd never steal from me. And I couldn't possibly imagine him hurting anyone else. So you're saying Barnes didn't do it, and the real culprit is still at large. That's right. Someone else must have stolen the jewel. Please help me prove that Barnes is innocent. Ah, so that's why he called us here. To clear his butler's name. We'll talk to Barnes later. So finding the Aurora job and clearing Barnes is suspicion. Those are the two things you called us here to do? Could you please? You're the only ones I can count on. Our job is to investigate the case and reveal the truth. You won't know if Barnes is truly innocent until we look into it more. Yeah, the police must have at least some reason to suspect him. But we'll do what we can. If that's acceptable to you, we'll take the case. That's more than acceptable. Thank you, Tim. Great. In that case, may I start investigating the scene of the crime? Of course, the jewel storage room is just upstairs. I know you won't let me down. I guess my cat was stepping on my keyboard without me knowing. Whoops. At least she didn't turn anything off. Wait a second, Tim. There's something I want to try, starting with this case. Something you want to try? Yeah, a case notebook. The writers for Detective Journal swear by it. Detective Journal. That's the magazine you're always reading, right? Yeah, that's the one. They researched the most efficient way for detectives to organize their case notes. The solution they came up with was a case notebook. Sounds intriguing. How does it work? I'm getting to that. First, open up your notebook. Boop, boop. Oh my goodness. Diary. Woo! First, let's write in the notebook any burning questions that arise while we're investigating. How was the jewel stolen? We'll summarize the testimony and evidence that we've gathered during our investigation on the page below. After we've collected enough testimonies and evidence, the begin deducing option will appear. Are you wanting me to throw this for you? Ah, so that's your favorite. My cat has decided that playing with this tiny ball is her new favorite thing, and she keeps bringing it up to me so I can like roll it for her. When you select this, we can start deducing the answers to our questions. But we don't have enough testimonies or evidence right now, but once we do, we'll be able to start deducing. I guess actually using the notebook is the best approach. So Tim, what do we have to do right now? We have to collect testimonies and evidence to figure out how the jewel was stolen. To do that, we first have to investigate the scene of the crime. That's right, let's go check out the jewel storage room. Nope, she got it already. Oh, it's on the second floor. I can read. This room is currently being searched by the police. You may be investigating a crime, but we should still respect the residents' privacy. We shouldn't go barging into rooms that have nothing to do with the case, Tim. Sure, we need to focus on the jewel storage room. I thought that was the jewel storage room. Is it on the right? Ah! This is the jewel storage room, the scene of the crime. The jewel storage room has been left exactly as it was at the time of the incident. Inspector Holliday's already filled me in. Please go right ahead. Thank you. Methinks there was a whimsicott. What is it, Pikachu? Check at the door, but there are no signs of forced entry. Then we can be fairly certain that the thief used a key to get in. According to Dennis, this room's where the Aurora drop used to be. Let's take a closer look. What a beautiful jewel. It's so clear and sparkly. Absolutely brilliant. A green jewel. That fresh green color reminds me of the forest. Just looking at it is calming. This one's a blue jewel. It's a deep blue like the ocean. Kind of has a nice magical feeling to it. It's a red jewel. What a vibrant red like boiling hot lava. It's almost too bright to look at.
This area looks more disturbed than the rest. Let's start investigating. We might find a clue. Alright, don't let any details slip past you, Tim. Let's see. Where should we look first? Here's a blue feather. Do you think the Pokemon it belonged to is in this room? Maybe it's from a Pokemon that lives in the mansion. Let's look into that later. This is the only case that's damaged. Must be where they kept the Aurora Drop. He just sweeps her teeth because of the death of Lopunny. The edge looks like it was sliced clean with a blade. What kind of blade could slice this cleanly through such a sturdy jewel case? Perhaps a Pokemon one? This looks like part of the jewel case. Based on the shape, do you think the top half of the case was cut off? Yeah, it looks that way. It's a really clean cut. Slicing it must have taken one seriously sharp blade. I doubt a human could pull that off. There's some cotton on the ground. It looks really fluffy and soft. Ash is in for Nape. He's just like, kills a whole bunch of things, and then loses half his HP. Honestly, me too. What's a bunch of cotton doing in here? Okay, is that everything? More cotton? Hey, Tim! Check it out! Looks good, huh? Disguises are a key part of detective work, you know? Yeah, whatever. Now quit goofing off and investigate. He clearly doesn't appreciate my art. Perhaps I need to give him a little more training. Then the eyebrow fell off. Yeet. Is that everything? The jewel case is still locked. Like Dennis said, the jewel in this case was stored under lock and key. And the key to the case is a different key than the one to the jewel storage room. Honestly, as far as I could tell, the pics you have for your characters are pretty accurate. I wonder who has the key then. We've covered everything I was wondering about. Any other spots you want to check? I don't think so. Let's start deducing. Let's deduce. Okay, you probably figured out how the culprit stole the jewel by now, eh? So let's begin deducing in your notebook. You have a few plausible theories. Which do you think is right? The culprit hasn't actually stolen the jewel yet. The culprit may not have taken the Aurora Drop out of the jewel storage room. Said they may have hidden it among the cotton fluff scattered through the room. The culprit may have used a key to unlock the jewel case and stole the Aurora Drop. The culprit somehow cut open the jewel case to steal the Aurora Drop. I think it's that one. From what we've seen at the crime scene, we can tell that the jewel case was sliced open. Cheesy has 3 parents. Aww. After that, the Aurora Drop was removed from the case and taken away. Right. Ugh. And we saw that the jewel case was still locked, which supports that claim. We still need to investigate more to determine how the case was sliced open. But at least now we know how the thief got their hands on the Aurora Drop. Yeah, we've made our first step forward. We have deduced the first thing. You understand how to use the casebook notebook now? Yep. Once I've got some evidence, I'll start deducing. Feel free to start deducing whenever you like. After investigating the scene, we now know how the crime was carried out. Oh my goodness, you silly kitty. You silly kitty. You can be certain that the culprit sliced open the case and took the jewel from inside. But there's just one thing that's strange. Oh yeah? Yeah, think, Tim. What's strange about the way the crime was committed? The glass was cut, but the door wasn't. The door of the storage room was open with a key. But the jewel case was still locked and it was sliced apart. Like, that's weird! That's right, so that means the thief only had one of the keys. The one to the storage room. They didn't have the key to the jewel case. According to Mr. Dennis, only he and Barnes can access this jewel storage room. I understand why the police suspect Barnes, but I'm not so sure. Obviously, it'd be best if we could talk to Barnes ourselves, but he's still being questioned. We need to ask Mr. Dennis about the lock on the jewel case. Right. After we wrap up here, let's go ask him. How's the investigating going, Tim? Oh, Mr. Dennis. Is this your new favorite game? Huh? Me throwing a ball for you? There you go. Sorry, I couldn't stand just waiting around. Have you discovered anything? It does appear that the culprit used the storage room key to gain entry. We believe that they then cut open the jewel case and took the Aurora drop. Is that so? I suppose that doesn't help Barnes much since he has access to the key. I have a question for you, Mr. Dennis. Who has the key to the jewel case? I have it right here. I always carry the key to the jewel case on my person. I've known Barnes a very long time, but I still won't give him this key. The security of the jewel case is my personal responsibility. Got it. So both Barnes and Dennis can access the key to the jewel storage room, but only Mr. Dennis has access to the key to the jewel case itself. That's valuable information, Mr. Dennis. Thank you. Really? I thought I might be getting in the way, but I'm glad to hear I could help. Your Aurora drop is meant to become a symbol of revival for Rhyme City. Anyway, I'm counting on you, Tim. A symbol of revival? Let's ask Dennis about that later. The thief could open the case to steal the jewel, but they had the key to get into the storage room. The only people who had access to that key are Dennis and Barnes, so it makes sense that the police USUM trainer. I mean, maybe. So it makes sense that the police would suspect Barnes. It's actually Ace Attorney, but reskinned for Pokemon. So I'm just training to be the greatest detective ever. If the key hadn't been used to unlock the storage room, Barnes wouldn't be under suspicion in the first place. Oh, the music? It is Trainer Battle Kanto version from Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Oh, the previous one. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not paying attention to the music, I'm gonna be honest. I believe you. Why would he do that knowing people would suspect him? Maybe he didn't think that far ahead. In any case, based on what we found at the scene of the crime, we can't be certain of anything just yet. We need to talk to Barnes and the other people in the mansion and hear what they have to say. Not just the people, the Pokemon too. I'll interpret for you when we talk to them. Alright, I'm counting on you, Pikachu. Okay, now that we've got our next steps figured out, let's start interviewing everyone right away. I cannot deduce just yet. Hey Tim, there's something on the floor by the window. Should we check it out? Hey! Feathers? Bird feathers? What's all this? Pokemon feathers? Sure looks like it. They're scattered all over the floor and the window's open. Maybe Pokemon got in? Or out through here. You think it has anything to do with this case? Look at this. One of these feathers is darker than the others. You're right, the other 6 are a lighter shade of blue. Something about this is nagging at me. Goodman? Larry Turner, newest staff member of the Dennis residence. The only game to do it in my military run was ultrasound because we avoided death around every corner. Hell, even catching IHOP waitress who crit almost killed her. Yeah, honestly, the older games are a lot harder, especially just because they don't have a lot of those, like safety net features in them. Which honestly makes them slightly more fun with Nuzlocke stuff, but at least for other people. I'm not a super big Nuzlocke person, personally. Ooh, he killed your gumshoe. Wait, you are the detective, right? That's what Mr. Dennis said, at least. The name's... Wait, that's not proper enough. Sorry. My name is Larry Turner, and I'm a member of the house staff. House staff, huh? Seems in over his head. If you need anything, just let me know. I mean, please inform me if... You really don't have to be so formal with us. Thanks, that's a huge relief. I got this job a while ago, but I'm still not used to talking all fancy. Uh-oh, is that a problem? Well, it's a good thing for me that Barnes deals with all the important guests. My main duties are taking care of the Pokemon, managing the house, and groundskeeping. Oh, young goose, not gumshoes. And I can handle all that, no problem. I don't know, this guy isn't exactly filling me with confidence in his ability to do his job. Yeah, me neither. I mean, that's exactly what I was thinking too. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling a slight bit suspicious here of this dude. Just a little bit. Anyway, you wanted to ask about what happened, right? I mean, I already told the police everything I know. I'm really sorry for taking up more of your time. Oh, sorry, that's not what I meant. I'm not complaining or anything. It's just that I don't remember what happened very well. Something attacked me out of nowhere and I blacked out. Something attacked him? It's not the thief then? Can you please tell us more about that, Mr. Turner? Sure, no problem. About the crime that took place. Right, so where to start? I was just doing my job like normal today. I'd made food for the Pokemon, did some cleaning around the mansion, that sort of thing. I think I was tidying the garden when it happened. I saw Ducklet fly out of a second-story window. As I recall, I wondered where she was going. I mean, usually Ducklet just walks out the front door. It seemed weird to me, so I went upstairs to see what was going on. That's when I saw that the door to the jewel storage room was wide open. And as if that wasn't shocking enough, the moment I went to look inside, I suddenly got punched by a Pokemon. Fair. You know, sometimes you just want to skip certain Pokemon, so you grab others and pad your team with them. The next thing I knew, I was lying on a sofa and someone was treating my wounds. The Pokemon punched you? Yeah, I feel like I glimpsed a small red figure for just a moment. Based on the size, it couldn't have been a human, so I'm guessing it was a Pokemon. A red Pokemon. Do you know what kind it was? I'm not really sure. It all happened so fast. I see. I'm so sorry that happened to you. But I'm glad you weren't seriously hurt. Huh, that's what the doctor said too. No Pokemon would want to steal the Aurora Drop. It's possible that the culprit ordered their partner Pokemon to swipe the jewel and punch out Turner. So, Tim, now that you've heard Turner's story, what do you think? We need to find the Ducklet that flew out the window and that red Pokemon too. Yep, you got it. About the culprit. Did you see anything else when the Pokemon attacked you? The thief who brought the Pokemon along was probably nearby. Unfortunately, that's all I saw. That's good that it saved your run. I see. Can you think of any other details that might give us a clue about the culprit? Nothing in particular is coming to mind. I mean, Mr. Dennis is such a nice person. I've never heard of anyone holding a grudge against him. And I was really surprised to hear that Barnes is a suspect. You don't think Barnes is responsible? I guess the police must have some reason to suspect him. But honestly, I just can't believe it. Barnes is still showing me the ropes around here. He's a great coworker with tons of experience. I mean, if you'd known Barnes before all this, you could never imagine him being a thief. About the Aurora Drop. Do you know anything about the stolen jewel? The Aurora Drop? I've never even seen the thing. It's been shut up in that storage room ever since it was brought to the house. Of course, I know it's valuable and all. I assume that's what's been causing all the arguments between Mr. and Mrs. Dennis lately. What sort of arguments? In case you haven't heard, Mr. Dennis says he's going to donate the Aurora Drop. Seems like Mrs. Dennis is against that plan. They've been fighting about it almost nightly. Every night? It must really be a point of contention. I guess Mrs. Dennis just doesn't want to give up such a valuable jewel. So the Aurora Drop's been driving a wedge between husband and wife, eh? I'm starting to see who the suspect could be. Yes. You certainly don't look like you're the police. State your business. Claudia Dennis, Sanjeev Dennis's wife. You look like an asshole, ma'am. We're detective. She looks like a grade A asshole. She looks like a ultra high level Karen. Literally, like, she looks like she'd come in and she'd be like, you put 4 ice cubes in my drink instead of 3 exactly, and I could taste that there was 1 milligram of sugar extra added to this, and so because of this, I'm going to scream at you, and I'm going to get you fired from your minimum wage job because I hate people. Like, she's giving me that type of vibe. We're detectives. Mr. Dennis asked us to investigate the incident that occurred here. Detectives? Oh, I suppose my husband did say something about that. Your husband? That must mean you're Claudia Dennis, Sanjeev's wife. Yeah, it seems, kind of looks like you don't have a lot going in for that grass trial. At least you didn't. I'm sorry to bother you, but do you mind if we ask you some questions? I do mind, actually. I'm going to have to ask you to leave. The case has already been solved. What do you mean? The police said that Barnes is behind all this, so the matter's settled. We've heard that he's under suspicion, yes, but we can't be certain it was Barnes who committed the crime. You sound just like my husband, but nothing you say will change the fact that Barnes is the culprit. Barnes's partner, Ducklet, was up to no good. I saw it with my own eyes. Did you witness the crime? Barnes's partner, Ducklet, was involved in the crime? You look as though you don't believe me about what you witnessed. Is it true that you witnessed the crime? Well, I didn't exactly see it clearly. Huh? But I did witness some irrefutable proof. What exactly did you see? At the time of the incident, I was enjoying a cup of tea in my room on the 2nd floor. Just then I noticed a bird Pokemon flying outside the window. A bird Pokemon. Yes, I clearly saw a blue bird Pokemon. It had to have been Ducklet. British spotted. We did find blue feathers near the window and in the storage room. So those were Ducklets? In hindsight, she was obviously stealing the jewel. I also heard a faint sound just before that, like something metallic. A metallic sound. Do you know what could have made that noise? No, I don't, but the storage room was ransacked, wasn't it? I suppose she must have broken something in the act. And I've heard it confirmed that Ducklet's feathers were found in the room. Isn't that proof enough that Barnes is the culprit? She's pretty darn convinced of her own theory. I mean, maybe. No spoilers, though. I want to figure it out. She's pretty darn convinced of her own theory, but all it's based on is a metallic sound and the sight of a flying blue bird Pokemon. Pretty flimsy if you ask me. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mrs. Dennis, but that information alone isn't enough to definitively prove Barnes is the culprit. Then hurry up and find whoever it is. Get that jewel back. Isn't that what my husband hired you for? Ugh, I get that she's upset, but she doesn't have to take it out on us. About Barnes. Mr. Dennis seems confident that Barnes is innocent. Oh yes, I'm sure he is. He's always been too trusting, especially when it comes to Barnes. Oh, okay, so you haven't played either of the games, so you get a whole new fun experience of Detective Pikachu with me. There's not really much that happens in the first game that isn't already explained, because there was a whole R case, but that's already solved, and so that's not an issue anymore. But basically, it's kind of like the movie premise where we're trying to find their dad. Those two really trust each other that much? I'm told Barnes has worked here for a very long time. Much longer, in fact, than I've known Sanjeev. Suppose that's why Barnes is always taking my husband's side. What do you mean by that? Whenever my husband and I have a disagreement, Barnes inevitably sides with Sanjeev. I love how Clefable is literally just vibing in the corner. Like, she's just here. She doesn't have a single thought in her head. She's just here. She's vibing. She's having a good time. And I honestly love that for her. even though I'm sure he believes he's being impartial. That lack of self-awareness is yet another one of his many flaws. I get the feeling Claudia's not a huge fan of Barnes. Do you think that's why she's so sure he's the thief? About Ducklet. Could you tell me more about Ducklet? Ducklet is Barnes' partner. She dotes on him tirelessly and is always by his side. Okay. You mentioned earlier that she might be involved in the crime somehow. Would Ducklet be capable of such a thing? Yes, she even helps Barnes out with his shopping. She's certainly capable of making off with the jewel. Well, whether or not Ducklet stole the jewel, the one thing that seems certain is that she really loves Barnes. Gambler character whose favorite is Cleppable. Oh my gosh. Metronome is such a gambler move, honestly. So is, I don't remember what it's called, but it's a move that, Smeargle, I think that's his name, knows, where basically, like, you use it, and whatever move the other Pokemon uses, you, like, copy forever. So, like, you know, you just get 4 chances for it or something. The Aurora Drop is an incredibly valuable jewel. Mr. Dennis told me the same thing. But do you really understand? Can you even comprehend just how valuable it is? Gamble lock, all of your moves are metronome. Huh? I knew it. Just look at those blank expressions. Hey, my face always looks like this. As it is, I'm not even sure my husband understands the true value of that jewel. After getting his hands on something so precious, why would he want to donate it to Rhyme City? I mean, maybe he just wants to do something good for the city that he lives in and loves. You stuck-up, stupid-ass bitch. I mean, with the cold, shriveled-up, dead heart that you have, I'm sure you can't understand that, but, you know, go off, queen. Give us nothing. Honestly, probably. I wouldn't be surprised. So you're against donating the Aurora Drop? Of course I am. Treasures like that aren't meant to be paraded about for the general public. Aren't you supposed to be in bed? They should be preserved for quiet observation by a select few. Honestly, you sound so up your own ass. I hate it. Hard to imagine her quietly doing anything. Honestly, I'm so jealous of the Lugia painting. I have to be honest, I want it so bad. Alright, get away from me. Can we talk to Growlithe? Growl. It's Dennis's partner, Growlithe. She sure doesn't look happy. Aww. Kingdra is a good Pokemon, though. My favorites are a tie between Sylveon, Primarina, and then, Shiny Mareep. They're all pink Pokemon. They're all pink and blue like Translags. That might be why I like them so much. Wow. Apparently she feels responsible. No wonder she's so down. Maybe we should leave her alone for a while. Poor Growlithe. Ask me anything you like. About the symbol of revival. What makes the Aurora Drop a symbol of revival? Ooh! I guess we kind of almost share a favorite Pokemon that way. 2 years ago, during the R incident, my jewel shop suffered considerable damage. Wait, you were a victim of the R incident? Yes, some Pokemon who'd been exposed to R went berserk. Their rampage destroyed my shop, to say nothing of the damage done to my jewels and other goods. By that time, I already had the Aurora Drop. I kept it stored safely in the shop. So was the Aurora Drop damaged too? No, as a matter of fact, it wasn't. Yeah, Flaffy is a cute Pokemon. Ampharos is also really cool. I like, Mega Ampharos. Mega Ampharos is pretty cool with, like, the long hair and everything. Based. No, as a matter of fact, it wasn't. Of all the jewels in my shop, the Aurora Drop was the only one to remain unscathed. In fact, debris fell so perfectly around the Aurora Drop that you might believe it was being protected. That's incredible. Guess there's some magic left in the world after all. Ever since then, the Aurora Drop became known as the jewel that survived the R incident. People started visiting my shop just to see it. And thanks to all that attention, my business was able to get back on its feet. It sounds like a valuable jewel, in more ways than one. What made you decide to bring it back to your mansion instead of keeping it at your shop? I've decided to donate it to Rhyme City. The Aurora Drop, but why donate something so precious to you? It's not just precious to me, and that's exactly why I've decided to donate it. Mayor Myers has done his part in improving our city by declaring the start of Pokemon Friendship Week. I thought it was about time I did mine. So I wanted to donate the jewel that survived the art incident as a symbol of Rhyme City's revival. Honestly, based. Only sane rich person I've ever met. He's like, you know, I could make the universe better just a little bit, and he's like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna donate something that's important to the city and help make things just a little better from other people. Honestly, and we love that for him. We love that for him so much. I hope that by doing so, I can help liven up not just my shop, but the whole city as well. Wow, Dennis, I'm impressed. That's a wonderful gesture. I'm glad you think so. Not everyone is so pleased about it. Oh? Forget I said anything. I shouldn't burden you with concern over such personal matters. For now, I'm counting on you to find the Aurora Drop as quickly as possible. Understood. We'll do everything we can. Do I have enough to begin to do so? What happens if I do begin to do so? Alright, we've got some useful information. Let's stop for a moment and gather our thoughts together. Based on anything we heard, is there anything that suggests Barnes is innocent? Let's review the information we gathered and see what we come up with. Mr. Dennis himself said there's no way Barnes could have committed this crime. Taking him at his word, doesn't that mean Barnes is innocent? Tim, are you feeling alright? You do realize that doesn't prove anything, do you? Of course Dennis thinks Barnes didn't do it. No one wants to believe that the people closest to them could commit a crime. Drama is to find something that actually proves that Barnes isn't the culprit. I don't think we have enough information yet. Is there something we forgot to ask about? Let's go conduct some more interviews. Okay. I didn't realize I could talk to her. She's vibing. All ears for mansion gossip. Honestly, she's the gossip machine. Yeah, Lance could have had 2 Dragonites and an Ampharos that was a dragon. He could have, what could have been? Fab. Oh, it's Clefable, Mrs. Dennis's partner, apparently. Can I ask you a few questions? Faye! Whoa, what gives? No need to be so rude. What's wrong? Seems like she's real suspicious of us. Maybe she's feeling sensitive after the incident here. Now then, Mr. Barnes will thank you not to leave the mansion until further notice. Understood. Hey, it sounds like the police finished questioning Barnes. Let's go talk to him. Yeah. Ooh. I like how they did the wrinkles on his face. Like, that's such a weird thing to point out, but I appreciate that they gave this man wrinkles and, like, aged him slightly. Like, I appreciate that. How did it come to this? Why are the police so suspicious of me? Excuse me, are you Mr. Barnes? Who might you be? I'm Detective Tim Goodman. Mr. Dennis has hired me to investigate the crime that occurred here. Is that so? Ah, my apologies. I'm Brandon Barnes. Yeah, I feel that.
Go get that ball, baby.
I work here at the Dennis residence as a butler. Do you mind if we ask you some questions, Mr. Barnes? I realize you must be tired since you were just questioned by the police. Please don't worry about that. If you've been hired by Mr. Dennis, then it is my duty to give you my full cooperation. Thank you. What would you like me to speak about first? The time of the incident. I was away when the incident occurred. It wasn't until after I'd finished my errand and entered the house that I realized something was amiss. I heard Turner cry out from the second floor. When I rushed upstairs, I found him collapsed on the floor in front of the jewel storage room. So that means Barnes was the first witness to arrive at the scene of the crime. Did you see the thief or their partner Pokemon? No, nothing like that. Go get it. Is it not going fast enough for you two? Ooh, yeah, I can see how that would work out. No, nothing like that. Wait, if Barnes ran up the stairs, you'd think he would have run straight into the thief. If he didn't see anyone, could they have escaped from the second floor? Did you see the storage room? Did you check the storage room? Yes, the door was already open, and when I looked inside, I saw that the Aurora drop was gone. I then contacted Mr. Dennis and the police right away. Is there anyone who can corroborate your whereabouts at the time? Unfortunately not. It was only afterwards that Mrs. Dennis came out of her room to see what the commotion was about, and the only others in the house at the time were Growlithe and Clefable. Actually, no one can take witness statements from Pokemon, so I'm afraid I have no alibi. That's where we come in. Pokemon that live in this mansion might know something about the culprit. Mr. Burns, do you have any idea who the thief might be? No clue, I'm afraid, but I do know that Mr. Dennis and I are the only ones who can freely use the key to the jewel storage room. So I imagine it'd be very difficult for anyone else to take it from her. I suppose it's no great wonder that the police suspect me given the circumstances. But I would never do something so senseless. At least this confirms that only those two have access to the key. About Ducklet. Ducklet is my dear partner Pokemon. Just look at this photo. Oh my gosh, she's so cute! That's Ducklet with you there? Yes, isn't she adorable? Just look at her feathers. Simply beautiful. But that's not all. She's also incredibly clever and even helps me out with my work. Oh, excuse me. This is a man that loves his Pokemon so much. Oh my gosh, we stand that kind of a man. I'm terribly sorry. I tend to get a bit carried away when I speak about my Ducklet. It's really no problem. You mentioned that she helps you with your work. What exactly does she do? Let's see. She runs errands for me, such as buying coffee beans from a local cafe. Ooh, she buys coffee beans. Nice. There's a place nearby called the Hi Hat Cafe. Perhaps you've heard of it? She regularly goes shopping there by herself. If that's their go-to cafe, then it's gotta be for the Hi Hat blend. Guess I shouldn't be surprised that Rhyme City's elite has such refined tastes. Terrible, terrific, horrible, horrific. Yeah, I like that. Hi Hat Cafe. It sounds like a speakeasy. yeah, you're right. Like now that you've said that, it's all I'm gonna be thinking about. I asked her to go to the cafe today, in fact, but she hasn't yet returned. Could she have wandered off somewhere?
Hi, baby. Hi, are you playing with the ball?
She does not like the fact that I picked her up. She was like, Mother, no. It is playtime. Unfortunately, no. The feathers found at the scene of the crime are Ducklet's, right? Yes, no question about it. But I haven't the faintest idea why Ducklet's feathers would be there. Just the thought of her getting caught up in the crime somehow, I'm so worried I can hardly think straight. About the Aurora Drop. Out of all the jewels in Mr. Dennis's collection, he considers the Aurora Drop to be his most precious. He works tirelessly to acquire it in the first place. You might even say the Aurora Drop is the physical manifestation, the crystallization of Mr. Dennis's career as a jeweler. Did you bring it back?
Yeah.
I wish nothing but swift retribution on the thief who stole it from him. For someone who speaks so formally, Barnes is a pretty passionate guy, isn't he? Please, Tim, find the Aurora Drop. I beg you. Favorite Disney movie and favorite song. Okay, so right off the bat, I know that probably my favorite song is I See the Light. And the reason is because Tangled used to be my little sister's favorite movie. And that scene always made me super emotional because, like, it also happened to be her favorite song from the movie. And it's just a really sweet song about how, like, you know, you finally see good things. I don't know if I have a favorite Disney movie on the top of my head, though. I'd have to think about that for a little bit. Based on Barnes' testimony, I'm really not surprised the police suspected. Yeah, if only there was another witness at least. About that, aren't you forgetting something, Tim? Huh? Barnes told us that Growlithe and Clefable were in the mansion at the time of the incident, remember? Oh right, maybe the Pokemon saw something. Exactly, you can leave the rest to me. Let's go question them, Tim. Nope.
Working hard. Stay out of my way. Hey, what did I ever do to you? Which I can see. If you finish questioning Barnes, for now anyway, we just haven't finished gathering our evidence. Hasn't changed the fact that Barnes is still a suspect. If you don't mind, could we ask you some questions? You insist, but I have no intention of sharing confidential information with you. Is the storage room key the reason police suspect Barnes? Oh, so you know about that much already. Well, no point in denying it. The only two people who can access the key are the homeowner and his butler. I highly doubt Mr. Dennis staged all of this himself, which leaves Barnes as the only logical suspect. Not only that, there were ducklet feathers at the crime scene. Barnes' partner is a ducklet. Clearly, Barnes used the key to get inside the storage room, then had ducklet fly off with the jewel. That's my working theory. Duly noted. We don't have any divisive evidence yet, but we're going to find this ducklet that flew the coop, and then we'll get definitive proof. You'll see. Well, I'll be continuing my own investigation. Suit yourself. I didn't mean to go through that. About the investigation. Yeah, I can see why that would be your favorite Disney movie. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what movies are Disney movies. I guess my favorite Disney movie would have to be Zootopia, which is a really mediocre movie if I'm being honest, but I really like it. Jurassic Park was the raptors in the kitchen scene. Oh my gosh, that would be such a defining moment of childhood for anyone, let alone someone at 6 years. I think, I'm gonna be honest, my favorite movie of all time though, that's not a Disney movie, and like just in general, is Detective Pikachu. Like, I have to admit, it is a great movie. It was everything I wanted in a Pokemon movie, and honestly, anytime I see movies now, I compare them to Detective Pikachu, because I had such high expectations for the movie, and not only were they met, they were exceeded by the movie.
Come here. Give me that ball.
Are you following any leads on other than Barnes? Of course we are. We've already collected statements from every last person in this house. Do you mind if I ask what your impression of each of them was? Well, I suppose I could tell you that much. Mr. Dennis seems rather shaken by Barnes falling under suspicion. And his wife Claudia is reacting quite impetuously. She's been approaching us repeatedly to demand that we hurry and wrap up our investigation. In that first scene, honestly, I would, like, if I saw that at 6, I would also be terrified about it. Ooh, that's gotta be tough. I almost feel bad for Brad. One of their staff members, Turner, has been very cooperative with our investigations. He's told us a lot about everything that happened up until he lost consciousness. I suppose that's all I can say for now. Thank you, we'll keep all that in mind. The police can question people, but they can't talk to Pokemon. Interviewing the Pokemon around here might help us paint a clearer picture of what went down. Manic. No need to let us down, Nectar. Calm down already, we're not going to get in the way of your police work. Brad's an extra sir is committed to the job. True, and he's been keeping watch, so if anyone tried to hide some evidence, he'd spot it right away. Guess he is helpful in that way, but Manic, just be diabolically aggressiveness towards me. Why are you climbing all over my laptop? Can we not be silly hours for a couple minutes? I mean, that makes sense, having VHSs, because I had VHSs up until I was in, like, middle school or something. But I also grew up with VHSs, because I was 6 in 2007. So, I had, when I was little, I mostly had VHSs, and then sometime in middle school is when we started shifting to DVDs. Yeah, I was 6 when you were born. That's a little weird, isn't it? To think about. Alright. Hey girl, sorry to bug you when you're already feeling down. Would it be alright if we asked you some questions? I was born in May. Obviously, my birthday is tomorrow. So I ended up being the youngest in my class, except for like one person who was at like the cutoff day. So she was like a couple months younger than me. Funnily enough, that girl ended up dropping out of high school to go to cosmetology school. So, weird things. Growl, we're here to catch the thief, and we need your help to do that. Gow. You're willing to talk to us if it'll help Sanji? Thanks. Sanji? Growl's nickname for Dennis, near as I can tell. Oh right, his full name is Sanjeev Dennis, so I guess Sanji makes sense. Anyway, Growl, can we start with the questions? Catch us theme! Catch us theme! It's a good theme, man. I will say, it is very, very good at being ominous. It does a very good job of being ominous. Ground. Gotcha. As Dennis's partner, it's your job to guard the mansion. We already know the key to the jewel storage room was around your neck. Gow. It's important to Dennis, so guarding it is important to you. Makes sense. Gow, gow. She says she'd never let anyone other than Dennis or Barnes even touch the key. Gow. So that's why you feel extra responsible for what happened, huh? She's really got a strong sense of responsibility. Don't worry, the two of us are going to crack this case. At the time of the incident. Do you remember anything about the time of the incident? Gow. You don't know because you were napping. Gow. What? Your breakfast was so tasty that you ate too much and it made you sleepy? Huh, been there, believe me. What are you even talking about? Gow, gow. You woke up when Barnes got home? That would have been right before all this commotion happened. When you woke up, your precious key was gone. Growl. Yeah, I can tell you're upset. Gow. You'll do whatever it takes to help us catch the thief? Thanks. We'll come ask for an assist if anything comes up. About Barnes. Gow, gow. She says Barnes is a kind and well-mannered person. And Natal is how relatively dark 4-year-old joins your class. Is it bad that the first meme I thought of was that one where a guy is just standing there and there's that really large wrestling dude who's standing right behind him and like staring ominously? Like, that's the first thing I thought of when I read that. Me and Dennis are close and she's never seen them fighting or arguing. Mr. Dennis really does seem to trust Barnes after all. Gow, gow. And Growlithe likes Barnes too. Judging from what Growlithe says, it's hard to think of Barnes as like the likely culprit. There wasn't anything in Growlithe's testimony that could help us prove Barnes' innocence. Only one left to ask is Clefable. I'll do what I can to get Clefable talking to us. Thanks, Pikachu. Alright, ma'am. Hey! What, you think we're thieves returning to the scene of a crime? You've got it all wrong. We're not here to steal anything. We're actually great detectives looking to catch the thief. Please, can you answer some questions? Faye? Yes, really, come on, you can trust us. Faye? Yeah, help us out, and I'm sure Claudia's bad mood will clear up too. Faye, so you're willing to talk to us? Thanks. Guess Clefable was worried we'd do something bad to Mrs. Dennis. About you, Clefable. Do you have a job here at the mansion? Faye. No job per se, unless you can't spend any time with Claudia. Isn't it tough hanging out with someone so prickly? Faye. Claudia's not a bad person, you say? Sorry, I didn't mean to be insulting. Faye. Uh-huh, so Claudia's always arguing with someone or other. When it's just you and her together, she starts to regret the whole thing? Ah, I get it now. Your job is to cheer her up when she gets into arguments. Wow, you're actually pretty nice. I bet Clefable's really important to Mrs. Dennis. At the time of the incident, did anything strange happen today? Faye. Clefable's saying she got really sleepy while playing in the mansion this morning. Faye. And she dozed off and doesn't know what happened after that. That's too bad. About Barnes. What do you think of Barnes? Do you get along with him alright? Faye. Claudia doesn't like Barnes, so Clefable tries not to have much to do with him. Faye. But she doesn't think Barnes is a bad person. After all, she says Barnes ran to help Turner when he got hurt. Wait, does that mean Clefable saw Barnes going upstairs to help Turner? Yeah, it's gotta. Clefable, what else can you tell us? Faye. Clefable was dozing near the front door this morning. When Barnes got home from doing stuff outside, she woke up and greeted him at the door.
I like how you keep coming over and trying to play on my laptop.
Yeah, I'm glad you you're like sometimes meeting people a little earlier than you thought was expected sometimes means that you meet like the greatest friends you could ever have. I mean, it's what happened to me in college. I ended up meeting my best friend through less than stellar circumstances, and I'll leave it at that, but she is my best friend. So I'm really glad to have met her. Then Clefable and Barnes heard Turner cry out on the second floor, so they both went running upstairs. And that's when, to their surprise, they found Turner on the floor. That means when Turner was attacked, Barnes was still on the first floor. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Based on everything we heard, is there anything that suggests Barnes is innocent? Let's review the information we gathered and see what we come up with. So obviously it's not that one. Barnes may not be the culprit. He returned to the mansion after the crime had occurred. Barnes is the only one to say who access. We learned that Clefable greeted Barnes when he returned to the mansion, and Growlithe said she woke up at exactly the same time. Yeah, don't you like looking at like the domino effect of your life and being like, man, I have all of these great things and all of these great people in my life because XYZ happened to happen in this order. Sometimes life can be really amazing like that. Growlithe said she woke up at exactly the same time. Barnes and the others only became aware of the crime after that. Doesn't that mean Barnes couldn't be the culprit? Barnes was on the first floor when Turner was attacked. That would have made it very difficult for Barnes to steal the jewel. I'm not sure we can prove Barnes' innocence with that alone. Yeah, we can't exactly disclose that testimony came from Pokemon. No one would believe us. Looks like we're gonna need other evidence to prove his innocence. Barnes has an alibi. Yippee! We can't let the suspicion around Barnes with a Clefable's testimony alone. I think we're gonna need some kind of other evidence to prove his innocence. Where should we look for it? Nothing immediately comes to mind. Yeah, people skills are really important, and they do teach you that in kindergarten. And I do think sometimes people do not understand the importance of peopling skills. Oh goodness, what did I do? In Memento, I actually somehow set up things to go all wiggity on me. Okay. I fixed it. Yeah, I can understand having social anxiety, because I am definitely a socially anxious person. So getting those peopling skills when you're young is really good, even if it's, like, scary. Nothing immediately comes to mind. At times like this, it's best to try investigating other leads. You might find a thread somewhere unexpected that leads back to this. Alright, Pokemon. To get close to the truth of this case, we've got no choice but to find the Pokemon that witnesses saw. Witnesses reported seeing a red Pokemon and Ducklet. I wonder if the Pokemon that cut open the jewel case is the culprit's partner. Yeah! Learning people skills from being a child is always good. It makes sense to think that, but no such human was seen by witnesses. Having said that though, we might learn something if we can find the red Pokemon. Let's head into the city and get some leads on that red Pokemon. I'm sure we'll be able to figure out what Pokemon it actually is. At this point, it seems pretty unlikely that Barnes is the culprit. But then, why did Ducklet leave from the second floor window? Seems unlikely that it's got nothing to do with the jewel thief. Finding Ducklet would be the quickest way to confirm that. Good call. Let's head into the city and look for her. Okay. Looks like the only way to continue our investigation is to gather info in the city. But where should we go? Should we go after Ducklet or search for the red Pokemon? If you're unsure, why don't we try following Ducklet? I think we have a better lead to go on for that than the red Pokemon. Oh, right. We did hear that Ducklet was supposed to go buy coffee beans today. I'll bet you she went to High Hat Cafe. You're right. We should probably go search the cafe.
Are you just hanging out with me on the floor? Are you just hanging out with me on the floor?
Let's not waste any time, Tim. My kitty cat is sitting on the floor with me. I don't think she understands why I'm laying on the floor. Because it's comfortable. Don't step on that. Are we good? Are we good? Okay. I thought she froze everything. We're good. Huh? You mean you won't help me? I understand how you feel, man, but we're in the middle of an investigation right now. Yes, but what should I do? Maybe I should just have it like that so she doesn't freaking step on it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's good that you had friends before. Yeah, honestly, if you don't live on the same street or like have friends go to the same school as you, it's a little harder to have like constant friends every day. Oh, I'm sorry. That always sucks. Especially when you're excited to spend time with them and then you have nothing that you can see them in. Looks like this woman has a problem. Sure does. That has anything to do with our case, but it's hard not to want to help someone who's in trouble. That's the spirit, Tim. If we see a person or a Pokemon with a problem, let's do what we can to help them. That's what makes the city great detectives. But we do need to prioritize our current case. This is something we can help with when we have time. Right, first let's hear what she has to say. Good idea. During your investigation, people in Pokemon may request your help solving their problems. These people in Pokemon have blue speech bubbles. If you see them, try talking to them. Local concerns that you've agreed to help with are added to the list. You can check this list at any time by pressing the Y button. Keep in mind some of these requests aren't necessarily problems in the strictest sense. They added side quest material? I'm so excited. I love side quests. You didn't bring me the ball back, babe. I don't know what you... She keeps looking at me like she wants me to throw the ball again, but I don't have the ball to throw. Excuse me, may I ask what's wrong? My Lillipup gone missing. Oh no, what happened? We were taking a walk together in Serenity Park. I guess Lillipup must have been having too much fun. He got so worked up he took off like a rocket. I've been searching all over for him and now I'm exhausted. That police officer won't look into it for me either. I don't know what to do. We can't just ignore this. That's right, helping people is a detective's job, and finding lost Pokemon even more so. We'd like to help you, ma'am. We're detectives, so we're pretty good at looking for lost people and Pokemon. Really? That would be a huge help. Can you think of anywhere your Lillipup might have gone? Well, I've already searched the park pretty thoroughly, but I haven't looked for him in the city yet. Oh, also my Lillipup likes quiet places, but I'm not sure there are any places like that around here. Oh. Yeah, that sucks whenever you like someone and then some extenuating circumstances happen where then you're no longer in contact with them. Yeah. And that's enough information for us to go on. Please wait here while we search for him. I'm so sorry to add to your workload when you already look so busy, but thank you. I hope you find my sweet Lillipup. If we see a Lillipup during our investigation, we should talk to it. They added side quests to the game. Cuckoo! Oh, if it is a Pidove, glad to see you're feeling better now. Cool. Who am I? What do you mean? I just rescued you a little while ago. Cool. It's forgotten the whole thing. Well, Pidove are known for their forgetfulness. Whimsy, Cut. You seem happy. What are they talking about? They're saying that no matter how many times they visit the city, it's always bustling and full of fun. Do you suppose they witnessed anything? We can certainly ask. About you, Whimsicott.
Wait.
Aw. Yeah, and that always sucks, like, thinking about what could have been. But I'm sure there'll be opportunities in the future. Because the thing that you have to remember is that, like, you're only 16, I think is what you said. You're at the beginning of your life, dude. I'm at the beginning of my life. Like, you've got so much life ahead of you, and I'm sure that when the time comes, like, life will bring you new opportunities and new things, and there's always something good on the horizon. Doesn't matter how bad things seem at the moment. Like, there's always going to be something good that's on the horizon for you. Oh, you ride on seasonal winds that take you all over the world, huh? The city seems even livelier than usual whenever the Whimsicott arrive.
Whimsy.
Ah, okay. Soon you'll be leaving the city to travel somewhere else.
Whim.
Oh, you like coming here every year because you can meet so many different Pokemon? I'm so happy to hear that. About the red Pokemon. Have you two seen any red Pokemon around here? Cut. Ponyard is red. You've recently become friends with one. Ooh, I think we found our Jewel Thief. Or at least part of the Jewel Thief. Ponyard? It's a Pokemon with blades all over its body, and it's true that Ponyard's pretty red. Whimsicott. You often run into Ponyard at the terrace in Serenity Park. And on windy days you play with Ponyard by picking it up and flying around. Whim. They said they like to fly Ponyard all the way here from Serenity Park. Serenity Park is a big park just beyond here, right? Yeah, and the terrace is way over on the far side. Maybe we can find Ponyard there. Do you remember when you last played with Ponyard?
Whimsy.
Oh, lately you've been playing together every day, even today? In that case, we might be able to find it there now. Whimsy. If we go meet Ponyard, we should be careful about how we treat its favorite rock. It has a favorite rock. Whimsy. Whim. Apparently there's a rock at the terrace that Ponyard really cares about. Yeah, I get that. I've been there. But I'm gonna be honest, like, it gets better. Like, I'm sure everyone's been telling you that, but, like, college is better. Being an adult is better. And, like, whether you want to hear it or not, like, a good thing to keep in mind is that things will get better for you. That's good to hear, that you don't feel that way anymore. I am really glad to hear that. One time they actually stepped on it, and then Ponyard got mad. Real mad. Wow, that's scary. We better watch where we step. About the cotton. Is this cotton yours? Whim. Yeah, the Whimsicott says it's theirs.
I'm gonna steal your ball. I'm gonna steal your little ball. Oh.
We actually found this in Mr. Dennis's mansion. I don't suppose you've been in there? Whimsy? Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. Come on, you gotta remember at least that much. Oh, yeah. 4th grade to 9th grade is freaking rough, man. Oh. Whimsy. Oh, this one does remember. What does it say? I think it remembers going into the mansion while playing with its friends. That's not a very clear answer. Yeah, let's ask for more details. How did you get into the Dennis residence? You said you'd been into the mansion, but how'd you get inside? Whim. You went in through the window with your friends? Why would you do that? Whimsy. You don't remember anything after eating breakfast this morning? The heck does that mean? Please, it's really important. Just try to remember. Whimsy. Some humans you don't know asked you to do it? What was the stranger like? Whimsy. You don't remember because it was someone you've never seen before, huh? Now look here. You might be an accessory to theft. What? You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? No. Do not remove that. Oh my gosh, Ellie, you gotta stop walking on my laptop. It's causing issues. You think the Whimsicott may have unknowingly been involved in the crime? If they were, they're blissfully ignorant of it. After all, playing pranks is kind of their whole deal. This complicates things. About Ducklet. I don't suppose they've seen Ducklet around, have they?
Whimsy.
When? Okay, I get it. You didn't see her. Oh. Man, I'm sorry. That really sucks.
Baby, I'm going to steal your ball.
But yeah, sometimes kids can just be really cruel for no reason. Okay, I get it. You didn't see her.
Whimsy.
If they didn't see her, I wonder where she went.
Do you still want this?
You suppose Poniard is the red Pokemon we're looking for? Apparently it's good friends with the Whimsicott that went into the mansion, so it seems pretty likely. Probably be fastest just to go meet it and ask, but we still have to track down Ducklet. Should we go look for Ducklet or Poniard first? Either is fine by me. We can start with whichever one you like. Thanks, Pikachu. I'd say let's go find Ducklet first, because she was good when we were... Oh wow, there's just so much to look around. Yeah, I get that.
Are you going to chill out, or do you want me to throw that again?
Well, at least I'm running out some of her baby energy. Hi-Hat Cafe, the secret speakeasy of Rhyme City. It's Ludicolo, 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 Ludicolo.
Oh, Tim.
Rachel Myers, student at Rhyme University. Jessica Miller. Yeah, you're right. She always has so much freaking energy. I'm hoping to try and get a little bit of it out before I go to bed, though, so that she doesn't, like, throw herself on top of me while she's running around with the other cats tonight. Wow, what a coincidence running into you here. Yeah, I'm as surprised as you are. I think I've seen this girl somewhere before. Oh, I remember. Howard's notebook. She's the girl from the photo. Yes, Pikachu, this is Rachel. We go to college together. She's the mayor's daughter. Right. And you said she knows a lot about Pokemon too, didn't you? And she's just a classmate? Or... Pikachu, you can't just ask that. Pikachu's like, so are you perchance dating, or...
Hi.
Did you bring the ball back? Are you a cat that fetches now? I have apparently accidentally taught my cat fetch. Because there's a little ball that she really likes. And then, like, she'll go run after it, she'll play with it for a bit, and then she'll bring it back to me when she wants me to toss it again. I had a friend like that, because I grew up being a military kid, and I didn't have a phone until, like, late middle school, or something like that, and there were gaps where I wasn't talking to people who I was friends with for, like, 3 to 5 years at a time. It really sucked. This is why I don't like you telling you about my personal life. I'm just looking out for you. I never hear you talk about actually having fun with people. Oh, well, anyway, who's the woman next to her? I know about as much as you do. I don't think we met before. Hey, Jessica, have you heard of these? Oh, of course. It's an honor to meet the great detectives. Is there someone new and interesting? You didn't bring the ball to me. I can't throw it. It's across the room. If you're gonna look at me like I'm gonna throw the ball for you, you have not done the fetch part of throwing and fetching. Have you lost interest? Is that what's going on? I don't think she understands what's happening. By the way, Tim, were you talking to Pikachu just now? What? No way. Aw, no need to be embarrassed. I totally understand the urge to talk with your partner. But now that you're here, why don't you chat with us for a bit? Yeah, sure. You and Pikachu must be working hard, huh? Yeah, he's actually more helpful than he looks. That's pretty impressive, Pikachu. Come on, Tim, you can give me a better compliment than that. You seem different from usual somehow. Don't tell me that award my dad gave you is already starting to change you. No, of course not. I'm the same as I've always been. Are you sure? I mean, we don't really know each other all that well. Maybe you have the wrong impression of me? No way, I've had my eye on you for a while now, Tim. Oh? The thickened plots? Excuse me? Honestly, me too. Like, I'm sorry, I've just met you. What are you talking about? Does she mean what I think she means? It's like I have a front row seat to the great detectives in action. Feels like an exciting new adventure could break out at any moment. Right. You couldn't have phrased that more poorly, girlfriend. Like, yikes. Did you get your hopes up for a moment there, Tim? Quiet, you. It is such an honor to meet you, Tim. Thank you for solving the art case. You have no idea what that meant to me. Huh? Oh, yeah. I see news about your accomplishments on TV all the time. You're quite the celebrity. Celebrity? I wouldn't go quite that far. No need to be modest. You're a great detective after all. Jessica used to work with my mother years ago. That's how we met, and we've been friends ever since. Oh, I see. But it's been a while since we met up like this. About 2 years, I think. We've both been so busy lately. There just hasn't been time to get together. I had no idea you'd become friends with this famous great detective.
Can you stop licking my stream setup? Thank you.
Having no friends, plus having almost everyone bully you, plus always having social anxiety, probably from undiagnosed ADHD, and possibly the little bit of autism. Yes, I do 100% understand why it's kind of impossible to trust people. Yeah, also that. Yeah, I didn't have so much the issue with the second part. I do have very monogamous parents. Who are generally pretty good people, but I am someone who has pretty severe ADHD and pretty severe social anxiety, so I was also pretty severely bullied from the age of like 8 until I got out of high school. So until I was 18. And I do have to admit that really does change your outlook on things. Were you surprised? Yes, of course. Hey, I'm the great detective. By the way, Tim, I work at a pizzeria in Bamboo Borough. If you're ever in the area, stop by. I'll treat you to one of our awesome pizzas. Alright, did you hear that, Tim? Let's go sometime. The pizza place where Jessica works is actually pretty famous. Sounds great. I'd love to go. I'll take you up on that offer. I'll be waiting. Tim, there's actually something I wanted to talk to you about. What's up? What's about something going on at home?
I had a cat.
Sounds serious. I'm not sure how much help I'll be, but you can always talk to me. I don't want to waste your time, though. Don't worry about it. I'm working right now, but we could meet up tonight if you're free. Sure, that works. Thank you, Tim. Okay then, how about you stop by my apartment later this evening? Hey, not bad, Tim. He's got game. He's got game, fellas. He's gonna get a lady. Hell yeah. But aren't we supposed to have dinner with your family tonight? Oops. Yeah, but this sounds serious. I can't just brush her off. We are skipping the family hangout time, it seems. Oh yeah. I'm sure that sounds like a really awful situation. And something that you're probably actively working through. And my heart goes out to you because being in a situation like that is honestly not ideal for anyone. And I'm glad to hear that you are in a better place, though. Like, really. I really, truly am glad that you are in a better place. And I'm glad that you can be here to hang out while I play Detective Pikachu, and we can both have fun trying to deduce what's going on, because neither of us have played this before, and neither of us knows what's going on. Fair enough. I'm sure your family will understand. Oh, he's calling me. What do you need? Hey Tim, Jessica seems really grateful to us for solving the R case 2 years ago. Nice to know our hard work, it wasn't for nothing. Ludicolo, my favorite character in this whole game. Well, look who it is. Pablo Millen, owner of the Hi Hat Cafe. I'm glad that they brought the Hi Hat Cafe. La 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 la, Ludicolo, Ludicolo. Well, I'm glad to hear that you getting to vent a little bit in my stream has been helping. Cause honestly, like, I'm glad that this is a space that you feel comfortable doing that in. And while I can't say that, I am a licensed therapist, obviously, but I do have some experience with stuff like that, and I am always willing to listen. Just because I know it's a rough thing to go through, and you know, sometimes you just need someone to sit there and listen and, you know, and actually have gone through that situation like you have. Luli! Looks like she's in a good mood as always. I love her so much. Do you think she might know something? She might. We can ask. About you, Ludicolo. Ludi! You say you've got an ear for rock now, not just jazz? Ludi. Apparently Apollo Toad and its friends put on concerts here at night. Ludi! And you really love that music, so that's how you went from jazzist to rocker. Honestly based. Super based. I'm gonna be honest, we have some pretty casual moods right now. Like a pretty casual vibe going on. And I'm gonna be honest, like, I wouldn't say it's bringing anything down, because I'm pretty chill, and I'm pretty cool with meeting people where they're at when they're visiting. So, you know, all of that good jazz. I'd love to hear Apollo Toad's concert sometime. About Ducklet. Have you seen Ducklet recently? Ludi! She says Ducklet comes to the cafe pretty often. Pablo knows more about that, apparently. Ludi! Oh, and you sometimes see Ducklet at Serenity Park? Ludi! I see. So the pond water there is good for your fur. And you meet Ducklet there sometimes when you go to bathe. How nice that you tell each other about good swimming spots. That's the Pokemon friendship that I love to see in these games. I love that they put details like that in here. I love this game so much. I'm such a Pokemon nerd. I guess water-type Pokemon get along swimmingly with each other. Oh my gosh, that's such a bad joke, Tim. Ooh, he's got a new Pokemon. Milcery, rich with flavor and fortune. I guess because this is a new Pokemon. Mil. Oh, it's Milcery. Hey Pablo, got a new customer? Oh, you mean this Milcery? It's new, just started living here in fact. Wonder what sort of place it's from. Mil. Whoa, hey, hold on Milcery. Both Tim and Pikachu have a particular blends they prefer. You can't just add cream without asking. Mil. I prefer to keep my coffee black, but why don't you try some cream, Tim? Sure, and it smells great. I'll give it a try next time. Mil. Milceroy, I love you immediately. Pablo, my lover, my beloved, the maker of my coffee, the father of the funniest jokes, the king of the coffee area, the area where we solved so many cases last game. Hi Tim, did something happen today? I noticed you weren't here this morning. Yeah, I got caught up in a new case. Oh, sounds rough. Pablo's been there with us through it all. That's the only thing you need to know. Pablo is the king. We love him. We appreciate him. We tip him very well. Do you mind if I ask you some questions? Me? Sure, go right ahead. About the Hi Hat Cafe. You must have been really busy moving your cafe to this new location. Do you feel all settled in now? Yeah, it feels like things are finally back to normal. Ah, so I guess that's why it looks different, because it definitely is, the set layout is different than I remembered. But I guess it is 2 years from the first game. I have to keep reminding myself of that. Things like finally get back to normal. I know Pikachu's been coming here on his own to drink your coffee. I hope he hasn't been causing you any trouble. Trouble? Me? I'm a paying customer. Once you pick up my tab... Oh my gosh, Pikachu, how much do we owe this man? Not at all. The cafe is way closer to your place now, and it seems like Pikachu feels comfortable here. And the Hi Hat Cafe always welcomes Pokemon customers. About Barnes. The butler from the dentist mansion? Yeah, he swings by the cafe pretty often after he's done with work. Barnes is a regular customer? Yeah, he loves coffee and jazz, so we've got plenty to talk about. But apparently he's been really stressed lately, so he hasn't been stopping by as much. He's been really stressed, huh? You should probably ask for more details about that. Stressed? Do you know why Barnes was stressed? Was he worried about something? Oh, well, I'm not sure it's my place to tell you about a customer's personal matters. Please, we're just trying to help. It's for Barnes' sake. Ah, so this is for a case, huh? Then I guess I'd better tell you. He was worried about the jewel that Mr. Dennis was planning to donate to Rhyme City. Apparently the Dennises had a difference of opinion about that. Barnes was trying to come up with a compromise that would satisfy both of them. But he said he just wound up getting stuck in the middle of the argument. That does sound pretty stressful. I remember him saying he wished there was no jewel in the first place. He wished there was no jewel, huh? Anyway, that's all I know. I hope that helps. Yes, thank you. About Ducklet. Do you know the Ducklet that lives at the Dennis residence? Yeah, I know her. You're talking about Barnes' partner, right? She often comes here all on her own to buy coffee beans. Past was a lizard, future was a type of bird, which isn't right, but the bird and Myrmidons both fly, I guess. Stars were a grass cat, a water goose, and a fire snake. Yeah, I remember those leaks! And the fact that they were actually pretty decently accurate is, like, wild to me. Like, because oftentimes people will, like, find out about, like, they'll find out about, like, where the place is settled, and they'll start, like, drawing their own versions of the Pokemon. Yeah, they were just a gen off. Only a gen. But they got it pretty accurate for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which you have to commend. It's pretty cool. She often comes here on her own to buy coffee beans. She really is a clever little Pokemon. Just like Barnes said, she always comes with this cute little bag that I fill with beans for her. As far as I know, she takes them straight back to the mansion. They were Gen 8 leaks, but it was basically Gen 9. Like, it's crazy. Like, we were a whole generation off, and they really got us with that. In fact, she left with her usual order a couple minutes ago. Ooh. So she was just here. Really? Oh, we can deduce now. Oh, we're deducing now. Did you figure out what Ducklet went after she left the mansion? Snake ended up a singer too, I believe. Hey! We do love singer Pokemon here. This piece of the information we've gathered. No, she went to the Hi Hat Cafe. We know that she did. Didn't Ducklet go to the Hi Hat Cafe to buy coffee beans? Yes, she did. The goose was a pirate and the cat was on all fours. It was like a Smilodon. Honestly, I really wish that they would have at least one cat gen starter that would stay quadrupedal instead of turning bipedal. Like, I want it so bad to stay on all fours. Which is so hard to ask because literally every cat starter starts out on all fours and by their last generation is bipedal. It's so infuriating. I feel like they could have such more variability with starters if they let their cat stay on all fours. But that's in a personal opinion. Apparently she goes there on a regular basis to buy coffee beans. Ooh, cat instead of a horse is a cool idea. Today was one of those days. Pablo said that he handed Ducklet her usual order of coffee beans. So I guess Ducklet headed back to the mansion then? She might be back there already. Can I deduce anything else? No. Let's head back to the mansion to search for Ducklet. Good idea. First things first. I'm gonna go to the park. Ooh, yeah! I believe Kelpies are also in Greek lore. I can't remember if they were evil in Greek lore or not. I just remember that they are, I'm pretty sure they're also in Greek lore. But in Celtic lore, they're like horses that people get on to ride, and then they run back into their like pool of water that they form from, and then drown the people who are riding them. It's pretty crazy. Okay, where's the park? Is this the park? Watchog, self-appointed city patrol. Watchog. What are you up to? Chog. Watchog's hobby is observing things around the city. In that case, maybe it's seen something useful. Can't hurt to ask. About you, Watchog? Oh, you never get bored in the city because there are so many different people and Pokemon to watch? Must be fun having eyes like yours, especially since they let you see in the dark. About Ducklet. Watchog. What, really? Chog. What is it saying? You gotta tell me too. Right, sorry. It says it saw Ducklet pass by here. She passed by here. She's probably on her way to the cafe after all. Chog. There are so many red Pokemon you don't know which one we mean. Good point. Do we know anything else about it? Let's see. We know it's a Pokemon that can use a move to slice clean through hard objects. And that can easily knock down a human with a punch. Ooh, a cat that lures people into the water by looking cute. Ooh, and gets them to come to the water, and like it could be a Pokemon that acts pathetic, like it's stuck on like a piece of driftwood or something, and lures people to like get closer until they fall in. Evil Vaporeon. Vaporeon, but evil this time. Watcho, you haven't seen any Pokemon like that around here? Alrighty then. Oh, I already talked to you. Greed. Are you... Trub? I love Trubbish. Hey, wait up. It's gone. It ran down this street, right? Let's follow it so we can ask some questions. I just hope we can find it. Trubbish! Trubbish, come back! I'm not mean, I promise. Huh, it's not here. Must be hiding somewhere. Well, no point hanging around here. Let's go interview someone else. Oh, there's a lily.
It's the Lillipup! We found the Lillipup! Did someone say walkies?
I almost forgot about that side quest. Whoopsie. Lil. Say Pikachu, isn't this? Yeah, it's Lillipup. It may indeed be the partner of that Pokemon, of that woman we met in front of the dentist residence. Let's ask. Hey there, Lillipup. What are you doing way over here? Pup. I see. Apparently he was having so much fun running around that he wasn't paying attention to where he was going. Next thing he knew, he was here. Just like the woman said earlier. Lil, he says he misses his partner. Okay, we're gonna go tell her and bring her here to you, Lillipup. Why wouldn't we just pick up... Okay, whatever. Lillipup, I'm so glad you've been found. Pup, pup. Thank you so much for finding my dear Lillipup, detective. You're welcome. I'm glad we could help. You ran away because you weren't getting enough playtime, didn't you? Lil. Alright then, we can play together as much as you like today. Pup, pup, pup. Oh, he's so cute. Guess that's settled. Yeah, it's nice to see them both so happy. Concern solved. Okay. I don't think there's anything else back here that we can investigate. Nope. Okay. Let's go back. That Trubbish really just zoomed away though, huh? Great job, Maractus. Your dancing is so cute. From the top. 1, 2, 1, 2. Maraka raka. Oh, that's all we can do? Okay, so he's dancing cute. Can I talk to you? This is real bad. That boy looks pretty down. Sorry to bother you, but is everything okay? You look unhappy about something. Oh, you're the detective in Pikachu I saw on TV. Awesome, a detective's just what I need. Can you tell us what's bothering you? Well, we've got a match coming up against the Tonti Park Soccer Club. Huh, I didn't know Tonti Park even had a soccer club. One of their members has a Scrafty as their partner, and they're so good. I'm so worried we're gonna lose. I want a partner Pokemon I can play with too, but I can't find any Pokemon that are good at soccer. Gotcha, sounds like we better search for Pokemon with good footwork. Can you think of any Pokemon that can play soccer really well, Mr. Detective? Not immediately spring to mind, but I'll be sure to tell you if I find one. Really? Thank you, Mr. Detective. I sure hope we can find a Pokemon that likes playing soccer. There's gotta be one somewhere in Rhyme City. Okay. Oh no, Hariyama's facing off against Poliwrath again. Bedlam meaning chaos or a scene of uproar, confusion region. Based on Australia. Honestly valid. There's so much that goes on in Australia. Okay, why does he act out like this? He's usually so gentle. Is something wrong? My partner Hariyama loves showing off his strength, especially when he can test it against someone else's. And since Poliwrath is so proud of his muscles, Hariyama considers it his rival. Once they start going at it, it's hard to stop them. Yikes, guess we better avoid that alley for now. Wrath. Poliwrath and Hariyama, they're scoring off. You could cut the tension with a knife. Looks like a fight could break out at any second. We should probably avoid this alley so we don't accidentally send them off. Darn. Don't think I can talk. What? That sweet smells irresistible. They must be using Combee's honey. Let's come back and try some after we're done with the case. Okay, well there's no red Pokemon over here. So I guess we'll just go back that way. Okay. What in the world were you doing? My apologies, sir. Did something happen, Brad? Ducklet was spotted near the mansion just now, but when my subordinate tried to catch her, they let her escape. Oh, so Ducklet had just gotten back to the mansion. Do you know where she ran off to? Unfortunately, I do not, and I don't have the resources to keep searching. At this point, I'll have to call in the services of the Pokemon Protection Bureau. You, tell the inspector that I'm heading back to the station for a moment. Yes, sir. Or you could just send us to go find her. Rad. Well, Brad and Manectric are gone, but still, we have no idea where Ducklet could have run off to. Where would we even start looking? Well, now what? Should we put the search for Ducklet on hold and look for the red Pokemon instead? Yeah, sure, that's better than just spinning our wheels. There's still places we haven't looked. Let's check them out. Oh. So we came all this way just to go all the way back. Yeah, okay. So there's nothing here. Is it this way that we're trying to go? No. So where have I not searched? Something's shining in the fountain. What could it be? Inkay! Little jump scare. Inkay. Whoa, I knew I saw something. It was a Pokemon? That's an Inkay, Tim. Lights up its spots to communicate with friends. Never figured it'd use those lights to lure someone in close enough for a prank. Yeah, it definitely surprised me. Inkay, Inkay. Hey, Inkay, maybe go easy on the jump scares, okay? Try not to let your pranks go too far, alright? I'm not sure where else I could search. Is there something I missed this way? Am I perhaps missing something? this way? I somehow gotten myself lost already. Oh! Serenity Park was the other way! Oh! I feel so silly! Whoops! This place is huge. That's Serenity Park for ya. Whimsicott said Poniard hangs out around here, and the terrace is their usual meet spot. Shall we go look? I just smudged a huge fingerprint on my glasses. Oh well, I'll have to clean that later. It's a map of Serenity Park. This park's huge. The terrace is all the way on the other side. Okay, so let's get going. Oh, come on, Lickitung stopped again? She keeps getting distracted. Lickitung licked every flavor life has to offer. Me as a Pokemon. Lick lick. What a long tongue. I like how the Pokemon have animations. It's so cute. Hey! Reboot! Score a hat trick. This Pokemon seems to like soccer. It seems to like playing soccer. Are we picking up what I'm very, very subtly putting down? Oh, it's Reboot. What are you up to? Reboot, you're just about to do some dribbling practice here by yourself? Dribbling practice? Yeah, Reboot are really good at that kind of footwork. They're always practicing. In that case, Reboot might be willing to join some soccer games. You're right, and this one says it's got some really impressive techniques. Hey Reboot, I know a kid that'd love to kick a ball around with you. If you've got some time, would you be willing to play with him? Reboot, you will? Great! That's great, I'll go get him. Reb, those eyes, they look really fired up. This Pokemon is the coolest, Mr. Detective. Try talking to it. I'm sure it'll be willing to practice with you. Really? Hey, Reboot, want to play some soccer with me? Reboot, Reboot. It nodded. Thank you, Reboot. Okay, let's get this practice started. We're gonna win the match for sure now. Good luck. Hope you do really well. Thanks. I hope you can be friends, Reboot. Reb. Guess soccer players don't need words to hit it off when they share a love of the game. Yeah, even without speaking the same language, they seem to understand each other's feelings. Hell yeah. Concern fixed. Someone seems to have planted a tree right in the middle of the path. It's such an inconvenience. Just seeing if there's something this way, or is this back to where the Lickitung was? Okay. Spider-Base Mimic Pokemon. Ooh. Sudowoodo. Woodoo. Whoa, I was just thinking this was an odd place for a tree, but it's actually a Pokemon? Yeah, that's Sudowoodo. They have a habit of pretending to be trees. Sudo. You're practicing your tree imitation, huh? Does it have to practice right here? Seems like it'll block a lot of foot traffic. Yeah, true. Hey, Sudowoodo, if you want to practice, you should try it somewhere else. This location totally blows your cover. Sudowoodo. Bye, bud. That sure seemed to send it into a panic. I guess it thought it was blending in perfectly. Whoops, sorry, dude. I didn't mean to make you that upset. It's Purloin! Adorable deceiver. Platypus-based lifeguard Pokemon. This Pokemon is being awfully friendly. It's adorable. What can I say? Would let it steal from me. Hi, Serena. This is the fountain for Pokemon to drink from. My Serena really loves the water here. Hi, Serena. My queen, my lover. Oh, someone must have replanted that tree in the flower bed, but when? Me, just now. Surprise. It's Ribombee! Have some pollen puffs. I had Ribombee as one of my Pokemon for my recent replay through of Pokemon Shield. I mean, Pokemon Sword, whatever, it doesn't super matter, but Ribombee is super cute, I have to say. Ribombee makes pollen and nectar to make all kinds of different puffs. Boom, boom. It sure seems busy. Bum, boom. Apparently it's making pollen puffs for its cutie fly to eat. Those little bugs have big appetites when they're growing up, so it's got to prepare a ton of food. Sounds like a lot of work. Let's just watch and try not to get in the way. Oh, hey. You there. Wait. You wouldn't have to be the great detective duo, would you? Charles Murlock, a scientist. He definitely looks the part of a scientist. His hair, unwashed. I am such a huge fan of yours. His hair, greasy, unwashed. His clothes, wrinkled, stained. This man has zero riz. Just like me, honestly. Ooh, so it'd be a game you'd be able to use all 3 starters if you want at some point. That's pretty cool. Oh dear, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Charles Burlock. I'm a scientist working here in Rhyme City to deepen our understanding of Pokemon. A scientist, huh? What's that? You'd like to hear more about what I do? Actually, my research has been recognized by Mayor Myers himself. Average scientist, actually. They have a pretty good, accurate representation of what scientists are like. He's super excited about his research. He has a captive audience, and he's going to use that to his best ability. You will hear about his science projects. It is not optional. Now I'm helping out with a new policy that he and the city council are working on. You might say I'm the brains behind Rhyme City's latest policies. This guy is intense, and he seems like the type who doesn't even listen to what others are saying. If you two great detectives have any questions for me, by all means fire away. After all, I have something in common with you both. We're all working to help Rhyme City. We're all coming from the same place, comrades with the same goals. So I'm prepared to answer any questions you have. Thank you. Guess our only choice is to play along for a bit. What a drag. About your research. What sort of research are you doing, Mr. Murlock? My research explores the nature of communication between people and Pokemon. Sounds complicated. No, it's quite simple, really. Is it bad that the first thing I thought of was apartment complex? I actually find it quite simple. We're just trying to help Pokemon understand human language. Imagine what that'd do for Rhyme City. It'd make life here so much more entertaining and simple. A whole city where people and Pokemon can go back and forth like we can, huh? That really would make Rhyme City an even better place. Don't you think? Helping with policies. What exactly do you do to help the mayor with policy development? My domain is science, not politics. I can't actually propose new legislation. What I can do, though, is develop new machines and equipment. I also help distribute them to the people and Pokemon of Rhyme City. I'm proud to contribute to my city with the power of science. That's wonderful, isn't it? Mayor Myers came up with the idea for a bill to help people and Pokemon coexist, so I feel duty-bound to use my position as a scientist to support it. Sounds like he's warming up for a speech. I can tell how passionate you are about improving the city. Oh, can I ask you a favor, Pikachu? Would you allow me to give you a quick health exam? Okay, he's a little creepy. Ow! Hey, what'd you just do to me? Bro. Oh dear, is Pikachu upset with me? Bro, you just attacked him! Oh, and they do have their own special moves, obviously. Floro Snap, which is like Wrap. Ooh! I only plucked a bit of fur, and the test results should be ready in just a moment. My dude, you can't just rip fur out of a Pokemon and expect them to not be upset with you. Asinine. Absolutely crazy. What exactly are you doing? This is a machine I created at Mayor Myers' request. It can measure a Pokemon's vital signs in record time. In other words, it's made to quickly check a Pokemon's health. I say that's a good thing for both people and their partners, wouldn't you say? Yes, I'm sure. It sure does sound like it. Way to bury the lead. Okay, it's ready. Now let me see. What's it say? It's detecting caffeine? Did someone say caffeine? Seeing as he's working as a detective, I figured this was no ordinary Pikachu, but these results are truly fascinating. Hello, Mr. Murloc? Oh, do forgive me. He's quite alright, no problems at all. I suppose his triglycerides are a bit high for a Pokemon. My what? He does seem slightly different from a regular Pikachu, though. Huh, is there something weird about me? Well, now that you finished your checkup, I think we better get going. Ah, yes, sorry to have taken up so much of your time. Good luck, great detectives! Thank you. Come on, Pikachu, stop sulking and let's go. High triglycerides, Rumble. Honestly, let's go ahead and save. Okay. Alright guys, let's get into 11 o'clock and it's time for me to go to bed because unfortunately I do have work tomorrow. Alright, so thank you to the people who showed up during my stream. I appreciate you guys a lot. I love that I get to come on here and play games that are interesting to me. And I love the fact that I just get to kind of come and hang out with people and have a great time. So I will have one more extra birthday stream tomorrow, which I'm going to be honest, I'll probably just be streaming more Detective Pikachu returns because I've been having a lot of fun with that today. And then Tuesday, we will have our regular stream. And then from there on, we'll return back to our normal streaming schedule, which is Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at 7 p.m. Central Time. Sometimes Thursdays can be a little earlier. Usually they go an extra hour or two later. Normally on Tuesdays and Sundays, I will usually stream from 7 to 10 p.m. Central Time just because I do have to be cognizant of the fact that I have a job that I have from Saturdays to Wednesdays that I'm usually working. But thank you guys all so much for letting me have like this wonderful time to celebrate my birthday. And also thank you for hanging out and letting me pretend I'm a super great detective. It feels like we're halfway through the first case. And hopefully we'll get that finished tomorrow. So feel free to follow if you want to come back for this kind of content. But of course, also if you just wanted to stay here for today's stream and just hang out for today, of course, I also thank you for that. I also especially thank the people who watch my VODs afterwards and giving my content a chance. You guys do also mean a lot to me. And let's see, is there anyone who is still awake for me to raid this late at night? Looks like there's potentially someone awake. I don't know if I can raid them just yet, though. We'll try. Alright, let's raid Shia Bun. Alright, so we're gonna raid Shia Bun. I don't actually know what he's doing tonight. I don't normally, I'm not normally awake for this extra hour. Is tonight his spooky nights? He's doing games and demo night tonight. So we'll go ahead and raid him and show him all of the love of the friendship community here. Because of course I'm the leader of the Friendship Guild, and of course all of the people who follow are part of the Friendship Guild as well. Just free, no toll you have to pay, no extra work you gotta do, all of that. So let's go ahead and raid him. And I'm going to call this the end of the night. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. I hope to see you guys again on either tomorrow when I do my next stream. And if not, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, a wonderful rest of your week, and I hope everything goes well for you in the best way possible. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and send that raid and then end my stream. Thank you guys so very much, and I appreciate all of you.
There is so much going on here. Like, it's a really decent environment.
Okay, it went through. Stop streaming.